We are live. I'm getting lines even connected up still as we chat. Weird. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Come on in and join us as we talk about whatever. There we go. Now we're focused. What do you think of that fire? Look at that bad boy. What do you think of that, guys? Okay. I'll get my phone out because I don't need my phone dying. Beautiful. All right. What? Welcome in. I know we're live and in person. You're talking to Justin or Wind Dancer Media. Tammy will be out shortly. Come on in. Join us. We're just getting started here, waiting for everybody to kind of show up if they are going to. And we'll go from there. Thank you, Jim. Welcome in. Thought you'd like it. This is, we are actually using some of the wood that fell from the tree. Let's see, where can I put this? That's going to be out. Have we got another table over there? No. So, I thought it was a good time to get out and do a stream, just to do a fireside, laid back, kick back. Ryan said, Dad, can we do a stream tonight? Or can we do a fire? And I said, sure, you want to do a fireside? He goes, yeah, let's do one. Haven't done one for a while. This is the first time since way back, I want to say October, November, that we've actually done a live fireside chat. And those of you, if this is your first time in here, thank you for being here. Thanks for joining us. We've got a really excellent setup going. I've got it on a phone, and I'm looking at my other phone. So, welcome in, everybody. This is open mic. You guys are more than welcome. Recycling. What? Welcome into the stream. If you're just joining us, don't tell me it's given up. It shouldn't be. But it looks good on my side. I'm not seeing anything wrong or nothing like that. I've got to go in and fix some things, so I'll be not really looking at chat, but welcome in, everybody. Got to go correct some things on the settings. Make sure everything is cool and kosher. Having to do this all on my phone, so it's like, yeah. I'll make sure that everything's a go. Good. You said recycling in progress. I was like, I don't know what that means. But anyways, I'm just making sure that everything's looking good. I noticed an error in the description part of it. But we like to do these things. Oh, yeah. So this is just a time to get to interact with us and talk with us and do whatever. It's all good. Let's see. You'll see Ryan in the background. He's standing fire tonight for us. That noise you hear compliments the United States Air Force. Sure. Yep. That's what I wanted. Hey, Julie. Welcome in. That's what I was after. All right. There we go. So, just so you all know, we've had a lot going on. Matter of fact, the one tornado well, we had a couple tornadoes on Sunday here in the state of Arkansas. We are now up to 31, and our average is 37 for the year. Needless to say, it's been a big, busy year. The one that everybody was looking at down here in Cabot, if you were on other streams, it did touch down. It was on the ground. It was a confirmed EF1. It was on the ground for 11 miles and was about 500 yards wide. Very large tornado. Did a lot of damage. Took a bunch of cars out. Took a couple houses out. Did a lot of tree damage, and that Tammy did. Hey TNT, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Tammy went out and did some surveillance of it and got me some pictures and videos with Ryan, and I'm going to be putting together a video as soon as we can actually sit down and do that. I also have a video that I'm working on of the very large tree that's sitting right behind me. I would show you, but you'd be better off going back to the video of the chase we were on, because I brought everybody in and let everybody see it. But yeah, we're actually using some of that wood that we cut up. But welcome into the stream. If you're just joining us, my name's Justin, owner operator of Wind Dancer Media. My wife Tammy will be out shortly. She just got in from work and she's kind of resting and relaxing. But we are local chasers. We have decided that the northern chases up in Missouri can stay in Missouri. We're going to chase in Arkansas, primarily from here on out for a while till we get back going and getting better at what we do. I seem kind of rusty, but the last chase, I took it off the grid because it was nothing. I mean, we went to Branson. Yeah, we got into a tornado warning, but we drove through the tornado warning without realizing it. But we were behind the storms all the way, and we just could never get back into it. Even all the way back into Searcy, man. I mean, we come into Searcy, Arkansas, and there was a tornado warning right there, and we couldn't even catch that. So we lost the stream somewhere about 4 hours in, and I quickly threw another one together, and it just wasn't working out for us. And so I just took them off the show list. Really not a lot to see, actually. I mean, there really wasn't much there. But there'll be plenty more. I am planning on probably going to do, I don't know. Pardon me. I'm planning on doing I haven't decided if I want to do a members stream on Thursday. I get off at 10, so it'll be a late night stream. So I haven't really decided if I want to do that or not, but definitely going to do something on Friday. We got some thunderstorms, just general thunderstorms, lightning, be a lightning show if nothing else. You're welcome, TNT. But it'll be more of a lightning show, and I want to get some pictures and some videos and try to get some time lapse so I can actually put together an intro video for everybody when we do chase. Something kind of cool. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on. It's been kind of hit and miss for us. We have to work, and so whenever we work, we can't chase, and unless it's like right after work, and I never know who, what we're doing or where we're doing it. We just kind of throw them all together, and hopefully people show. Hey guys, we're back. I had to go cool the phone down because apparently my fire's really hot. Can't hardly see me. But yeah. Cool. There we go. Hey guys. This is what happens when you do things weird.
You might want to bring it back.
Yeah, we're gonna put it back. So we're gonna redirect everything. I don't know why. There. Okay, we're back. Sorry guys. The phone actually overheated. Fire, I had to scoot back. I didn't realize that fire was that hot.
That's like it's toasty.
But it's toasty. We're roasting. We don't have any marshmallows, so don't ask.
Oh, come on.
Hey, you know better. You know we don't. Anyway, gotta plug it in. Whoop, sorry guys. Sometimes it could have been this thing that overheated it too. Maybe just saying. So how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome in. Getting a few, got 5 likes. Can we get to 50 likes tonight? Can we get to 100 likes tonight? That would be awesome. That would be like, yeah. I'm pretty pumped. We got a pretty good week coming ahead. A lot of activity later on in the week. I'm going to get loud again. Compliments the United States Air Force. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. C-130's flying over. Usually another one right behind it, but
not right now.
Not yet. Yeah, they fly over. Hey, Derek, welcome in, buddy. So I have a question, and I posted a poll in the community chat a little while ago, because I've been contemplating this for a really long time about the channel, and everybody said do it. I got kind of mixed reviews, positive, but what are your thoughts, and what do you think of me doing like a $1 membership? That gives everybody access to things like member, like a member's deal. Keeping in mind it doesn't affect anybody else. If you've already subscribed and you want to downgrade to the $1, I'm okay with that. I'm throwing it out there because it really does make a difference. I either pardon me. Hey, Papa Smurf. It really does affect how we do things, because it does give them access to members only type stuff with reason, where they'll be included like in the video members only videos when I start doing those. Doing like a members only fireside chat, just trying to generate a few more members, just to be able to do those things. So my question to you all, 7 of you that are in here, what are your thoughts on that? I've already got a few. Because I'm open to anything and everything. Yeah, that I saw that. I was actually on his stream earlier today, and it was crazy. I mean, you know, it makes it affordable to me, especially in our day and time. It doesn't affect anybody else, and and I'm perfectly okay if you're a level 2 member right now and you want to drop down to $1. Hey, go for it. I'm not opposed to saving money right now. We all need to save our money, and I'm trying to make it just keeping it simple. You know, worry about everything when we get to that 100,000. Subscribers and all of that. Then we start worrying about doing bigger and better things. We're a long ways away. Yeah, Will, and that's why I've been looking at it. I have been thinking this whole winter, how to get it better. So I did throw it out there. Because I really do, like if I was to go out like on Thursday, and I'm planning like Thursday night, I get off at 10. I'm actually planning a late stream, but I want to do it for the members. Do a members only, just all night, looking at lightning, watching lightning. Then Friday, turn it over to the public. Hey, Davis, how's it going, buddy? Welcome in. So. Just kind of good to have you here. Welcome to, I know that you have never been in a fireside chat with us. This is what we do. It's open mic. If you have any questions or want to talk about anything, my moderators, yes, they're in here, but they're not really moderating unless it gets really crazy and we get some really whack people in here. But this is a live fire sitting out front of my front yard. We're in the, that went well, son. Just kind of gives us a chance to unwind and talk about whatever. You can talk about weather. You can talk about what's going on in your neck of the world. Neck of the woods. Things coming up. I know things are getting fired up out west in Texas area. Hey, D-Man. So we got a lot going on. I mean, we had a kind of a bummer stream Sunday, but you know what? It's all good. Pardon me. I still dealing with the sinus congestion garbage that's been going around down here. But yeah, welcome to Fireside Chat, guys. This is what we do. I try to do one of these a couple times a month, just kind of check in, especially after big events. Try to do them. Yeah, Jim, I'll be all right. I'm on the downhill side of it. My sinuses are actually clearing up. It's just my throat gets dried out. So like to do them after big events, kind of give everybody, including the moderators, those that moderate. I know there's a lot of moderators that jump on here and we just kind of talk about whatever. Kind of gives them a chance to unwind and decompress, and especially after the big tornado events. It's good therapy, just sit and talk about things and get it out there. Myself being a moderator, it does help. Huge shout out to my son Ryan there, attending fire for me tonight. This was actually his idea, so big W in the chat for Ryan, the fire tender. Yes, we've got a real fire going. We're actually using some of the cut up fire from the tree that fell in the front yard. So yeah, that's what this is all about. It's just a way to get out, decompress, talk about whatever. Hey, Patrick, welcome in, buddy. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot other than last Sunday's fiasco was a fiasco for us. It was a negative Nelly on our part. I should have stayed south. I know it. We Tammy and I have talked since then, and we have actually decided to stay in Arkansas, no matter what, no matter what the circumstance. If everything's blowing up in Missouri, it can blow up in Missouri. Um, if it wants to blow up down here, then we'll be here. We'll be, where we need to be. Um, I took a gamble and went north, and it didn't pan out. And I felt really, really bad because I ended up losing the stream not once but twice, and it really gets irritating. And I've got some really great places to chase around here. Yeah, D-Man, it is. Some of it is actually the longer logs on the back there is from that. Yeah, I know you got to take the risk, but when you're, when it was quite funny, and I can joke about it now because I've overcome my frustration. But when we were actually going on our way to Branson. Now, the tornado warning didn't get on my phone until we were like 2/3 of the way through the tornado warning. We drove through the tornado warning, folks, and I was like, we didn't even see anything. We had heavy rain. There was nothing spinning, and there was no hail. And I was like, oh God, seriously, this is the way this day is going to go. I can tell it already. And we got into Branson. We got up to the college where we started, 2 years ago, I guess, streaming now. We're starting our second year. And turned around and we were behind the storms all the time. But, it was a gamble, but should have stayed south. I'm starting to learn that a lot more. Hey Annie, welcome in. Good to see you here. But you got to take those chances every now and then. Test your mettle. I will tell you this right now, Patrick. Do not. I repeat, do not chase the northwest corner of the state of Arkansas. You will not get anywhere fast. It took me 2 hours, 3 hours just to get through the mountains and that out of Harrison, Arkansas. Don't do it. You'll never make it. You'll get hung up, especially if there's a bad tornado outbreak up in there. It is bad juju. We went through some of the tornado areas where when Diaz got hit in 50, if you remember 56 and what was the other one? There was a bunch up in there, but 56. There's a town called 56, Arkansas. We actually drove through where the path is at, and it was all hillside, guys. It was like, holy crap, what? Yeah, and then I realized where we were at, and it was like, oh my gosh. But there's no cell service up there. It's just bad, windy, curvy roads. You can't do more than 45, 50 mile an hour at any one time. I enjoy Arkansas. There are, hang on, intermission, Air Force flying above right now. Hey Brady. But yeah, you don't do it. Now the our house, oh, it's fine. I still have a hole in my roof. I'm still waiting on insurance to get back with me on what's really going on. It's still a train wreck. I mean, I still got a huge tree. I'm waiting on bids to come in for the tree removal and the roof. And once all that gets in there, insurance will take it over and say, yep, all right, here's your money, da 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 da. And we go from there. It's just going to take time. But everything's cool. Once again, welcome in everybody. If you're just joining us, this is our first spring/summer fireside chat that we'll be doing. Open mic, anything goes, as long as it's not cussing, stuff like that. But yeah, chasing in Arkansas is very, very difficult. I really prefer eastern Arkansas and pretty much the whole eastern half from Little Rock east is great chasing. I mean, it's all open fields, you know, no mountains, and that. But you get on the western side of the state, and yeah, you're not going far. It is very rough. You know, fortunately enough, I know the area. If I had to, you know, go down to like Hot Springs and that, I know how to get there. I know where places are you can actually see things. But if I was going to chase it, oh heck no, not going to happen. Pretty much just really, you know, I got an eye opener. I learned a lot Sunday just trying to get through there because it was just very, you know, dumb. When we made the decision to go east, we were still 2 hours. We were 2 hours from Batesville, or an hour and a half from Batesville. Wow, what's going on with the phone? Got some weird colors in there. So yeah, I mean it just oh yeah, that, well, just so you know that severe storm that was right where you're talking about actually what ended up being a EF1 tornado. It was about what, 10, maybe 15 miles, not even 10 miles away from us, about 15 miles away from my house, up 5.
It was about 15 miles.
Yeah, about 15 miles from the house. It was on the ground for 11 miles and 105 winds, 500 yards wide. As far as I know, the only person that actually got a good video of it was Zach Hardcastle, and you can find his stuff posted all over the place on it. But yeah, I mean it just was. Oh wow, that's awesome, Patrick. That's awesome. EF3, that's way cool. You might as well shove that one in if it's gonna burn. That's why those are there. It's kind of tells you how hot that is. That log on the backside. It's just one less log we got to put on there. But yeah. So. Yep, lots going on. So what you got for me, guys? What do y'all want to talk about? I really don't have a whole lot. I'll just, you know, Ryan said, hey, can we do a fire? I said, hey. All right, that was cool. I said, yeah, let's throw a fireside chat together. Why not? Because we can. Yes, I am very glad. You know, the thing is the cicadas haven't come out yet, so it's actually really, really quiet. You can hear the crickets. I don't know if you can hear the crickets or not, but it's really, really, really quiet. I got to check my phone to make sure it doesn't overheat. If it overheats, it'll turn off again. I got to go cool it off, and I'll be back. It will probably happen, more than likely. But Usually during these things, if you're new to the stream, it's open mic. Grab your beverage. It's kind of like After Dark, you know, with Wind Dancer Media. Good time. We just talk about anything and everything, what's going on around us and what's going on in your world. We have talked about UFOs. Hi. Well, hi. You come to join us?
Maybe.
Maybe? Oh, Jesus.
That's for mercy.
What in the Sam flying hell did you just put on me?
Frosting. I knew about it.
That's for mercy.
Thank you, Marcy. Because I can't see what it looks like, and I'm not about to try. Where in the world did you get frosting from? All right. Well, why are you running off?
I'm gonna go wipe my hands off.
Yeah, well, you've already waited. They should be all over my face. All right, Ryan. I don't know what just happened. So apparently, I just got frosting wiped all over my face.
Yep. Marcy.
Thanks, Marcy. You're awesome. I love you.
Oh, he doesn't. Yeah.
Well, Annie, I'm glad you're safe.
Yep. I should have been your first. Your first. Really, Marcy?
Yeah, really, Marcy? Really, Marcy? Thank you. At least it was nice, because it's not hot enough for ice down the back yet. Don't give her no ideas, y'all. That usually happens in the summertime. What are my thoughts about the next week? Seems there's a chance of severe weather for that. Be honest with you, I haven't even looked. I don't even know where it's at. Can you go give me a wash rag, please?
Yeah.
I haven't looked at next week. I hardly know what's going on. I know we got some stuff on Thursday and Friday. Hey, kitten lover. Welcome in. Kicking it. Yeah, we're kicking it. Yeah, you know, I don't, to be quite honest, I do look at things, but I don't get overly excited when I'm not there. So I'll be honest, I haven't even looked at what's going on in the plains. I honestly, I couldn't tell you what's going on there. I know they got stuff going on, you know, this week. They're probably, you know, this is the active season. Things are going to start firing up, probably more out there than they will be here, but all of that tends to come to us. You know, whatever storms happen today are going to be here on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week. And so I pretty much concentrate on that. Hey, Grifter, welcome in. So, you know, I mean, that's a fair question. It really is, but I couldn't tell you what my thoughts are, because I really don't have any. Just because if I'm not chasing, I don't worry about it. I hope I got all that off.
There might be more in your goatee.
In my ear.
In your goatee, ear, everywhere.
Sorry, guys, I'm wiping the frosting off that my wonderful wife just smeared all over me. Thanks to Marcy. They're in there.
Thanks to Marcy.
Yeah. But yeah. Hey, I know how it is, Patrick. I know how it is. I'll tell you more about it later. Yep. Yeah, I haven't turned. Yeah, I'm not turning Streamlabs off for this one. She ain't coming out with ice cubes, are you? Said you're not coming out with ice cubes, are you?
She's not gonna tell you.
Did something to my knee today.
No! Dang it.
I quit.
Oh, crap. I don't even know where it went. I got an ice cube down the back, guys. And I don't even know where it went. Oh, it's right there.
On your,
No, it fell out. There's the ice cube. Cold. But yeah, if Streamlabs gets too out of hand, my moderators can actually turn them off, put them in timeout.
Come here.
But, yeah, family fun. Yeah.
Marcy's run.
Thank you, Marcy.
Black baby. You want to put
You,
that out?
Marcy. Yep, I got Tammy out here. David just went back into the house. I think
David's
I got
going to bed.
Oh, David. Yeah, David's got school tomorrow.
no, he also has state test.
Yeah, he's got some stuff going on. So, but welcome in, everybody.
Would you lay
We
down?
are just having some fun in front of a fire in front of the front yard.
Get out. Get out.
Yeah. Oh, yes, I am. I am keeping count for sure.
Hey, it's the first fire, so I had to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Paybacks.
Payback's stuck there.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have to be careful. He does.
I'm the one that's got to be careful because I tend to get more and more. But
Thanks.
anywho, but yeah, I mean, everybody heard that the Pope passed away. That was pretty bad. So we got to deal with that. A lot of stuff going on in America, around the world. Volcanoes are blowing up all over the place. Kilauea is still erupting, I think. I know the one in Iceland, or in, Iceland, has gone dormant for a while. But lots going on. Lots going on. D-Man, she is instigating a lot of things against me. So, you gotta watch out for her. But it's all in good fun. All in good fun. But
I'll tell you this right now. If I had whipped cream, you would have had a pie.
I would have had a pie in my face, and y'all would have had to see that one. I'm sure of it.
Because I would have done it.
Yeah, I know. It is. It must be. I don't know where everybody went to. I'm showing 9 people in here. So if you're in the actually
I showed 11.
watching, jump in the chat. Feel free. I know I got it on subscribers. I did that for a reason. It keeps the riff-raff out, actually. But yeah, join us in the chat. Yeah, it usually tends to be a moderator's hangout. But oh yeah, you also can remember that Sparky is still around. You can still ask Sparky questions. This would be a great time to ask Sparky a question. You may not get the answer that you expect because he does have a smart attitude. Grifters in the house. Good to have everybody here. First fireside chat of the summer, spring/summer. We will have a lot more of these. I tend to try to do at least 2 a month. just kind of keeps it going when we're not out there chasing in Arkansas, because it's going to get slow, July and August when we don't have any thunderstorms rolling through. We'll do these on the hotter days and what have you. Something stuck. I got a branch stuck in my boot. No. But anybody can ask Sparky a question. It's kind of fun, good interaction. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, he's got it smart enough. You may not get the answer you're thinking of, but it's kind of fun. What? I speak? What? No, it's Sparky. There we go. We're back. We're back. Yeah, it overheated for whatever freaking reason. I think it was actually the. I've got a block, charging block, and I think it's causing it to overheat. It's not the fire, because I'm 6 feet away from the fire, 4 feet.
But this fire it is.
But we're back.
Just saying, this far away from it, it's still hot.
Yeah. So, welcome back, everybody. We're back. We're live. We're still live. We're back. So, I'm up to 100% on it, on the charge. So, we'll go, so we can't go no more.
You gotta be kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me. Also, if you want, yeah, I know. No, it was my phone. Pretty hot fire. We're burning oak, so it's pretty hot. Ryan over there playing with it. It's gonna keep going. Hey, Layla, welcome in. Never too late. But yeah, great to have everybody here. This is our first fireside chat. So far, the phone's only died twice because it overheated. Nothing major. That's the good thing about it is something like that, I can always jump back in and get it. Doesn't end the stream. Great to have everybody here. Not really talking about a whole lot of anything, just kind of what's on y'all's mind, what's going on. I know Marcy's going on a big trip, and she's all excited about it, and she's going to be gone for a while. I do have some plans for later on in the week, Thursday and Friday, planning on doing a members only lightning show stream. It'll be a late night stream, so we got some thunderstorms rolling through. It's supposed to be thundering and lightning Thursday day, possibly into the night. If it's not doing anything, I won't do it, but definitely going to go out Friday. I'm off Friday from work.
I'm not.
And Tammy's not. So, but that's what's going on. I will be probably more than likely throwing the $1 membership in there, at least for a while. I want to see how that goes. So that's probably going to happen. Hopefully that'll generate some more folks being able to get in and join membership.
That thing hurts.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a possibility. Yes, there. However, she does have her ways, and they do sneak in somehow. I don't know how she does it, but she can throw an ice cube at me, and you, while you're at work. I'm sure I could have an ice cube at me. But Marcy's going to have a great time on her trip. I know she's all excited with family and all of that.
What you want?
And yes, Marcy, I'm digging. But it's all in fun. We have a lot of fun. But trying to get the fireside chats going. Maybe, I quickly threw this one together tonight just because I could. But I'll start planning them out, you know, a little bit more as time goes on. Get back into the groove of things. We've got plenty of firewood. Lots of firewood.
No.
Huh?
She don't want nobody know where she goes
Oh,
on.
yeah, no, that's totally understandable. I just know she's going on a big trip, but she's gonna go crazy if she ain't careful. But anyway,
What do you want? Go to the chat.
I did already post it in the Discord. I posted it like 2 hours ago. I'm not sure how many folks actually get on the Discord anymore. Seems like a few. I know Julie does, and some of them others. But you know, it is in the middle of the week. I try to do these like on a Friday or Saturday when I know people are off from work. It being what is it, Tuesday?
Yeah.
It's Tuesday. People are, you know, at work or whatever. So, you know, we don't ever have a lot of folks in here. Usually during the fireside chat, but it would be really really cool to get, you know, 50, 60 people in here, chat going crazy, and, you know, be really cool. I don't ever have any content, you know, it's just talk about whatever. And I really don't care what we talk about, as long as it's keeping it professional, sort of. Cold and rainy. Boy, you were just complaining.
What? Ain't the pup. I've got the pup here. Case or Roper?
They must have been over there playing.
Okay, I've got them all.
They're over here. Quit. Go lay down.
Damn it.
Good dogs. Good dogs. There's Rose. Say hi to Rose, everybody. There's Rose.
Casey, go lay
nope,
down.
Nope.
Go lay down. You're the one that's doing now. Go lay down.
Dogs. Go lay down. Casey, go lay down. Go. Sorry, guys. Doggy intermission. There's the pup. But, yeah. Anybody seen any UFOs lately? Marcy, you seen any UFOs lately? Seen anything crazy? Anything crazy going on in your all's area? Need to talk about? I don't know. Nothing going on? Nobody, nothing crazy? Wow.
Oh, we got
Nobody's been taken by UFOs yet?
about 4 weeks before we take our vacation.
Oh, yeah. About 4 weeks before we go on a vacation, we're going to be up into Nebraska, of which there will be some live streams going on for that one. Definitely a road trip up there. Lori Daybell was found guilty. I guess that's a good thing. What'd she do? What did she do? Ring the doorbell or something? Nah. But yeah, we'll be going to Nebraska in about the middle of May for a couple days. Plan on doing a live stream going up there. We might, if things work out, there's a really good chance that we might do a little storm chasing while we're up there. Going up for a graduation, and so kind of on the look. Keep that on the back burner there. Keep your eyes peeled. Set them notifications to the all position, and that way then you won't miss it. Yeah, that's kind of what we got going on. Not a whole lot. Kill the kids and ex-husband. Oh, one of those. Well, she deserves it if she killed all those folks. I mean, that's really wrong and bad. doing, though? What are you doing? Yeah, that's not cool. I have no respect for somebody who takes somebody else's life for whatever freaking reason. Just doesn't make sense to me at all.
What does Jim talk about?
Huh?
Jim. In Nebraska.
Oh, there's a good chance of storms. Could be up in Nebraska. Yeah, there actually really is. If things start waking up there,
There's always is something every week up there.
yeah.
Well, lately there have been.
Yeah, lately there's been a lot of storms up in that area, and it can only get better. May is the prime time up there, so we might hit some of that magic up there. That would be really cool.
I'm going in.
All right.
I sat out here for a little bit.
Yep. Tammy's going in, guys. I know she'll be in chat in there. She messed her leg up a little bit earlier. Not feeling good. Yep, I do agree. I think the plains. I would love to catch a plains tornado, even just if it's just a storm. I've been in a few of them up in where am I thinking of? South Dakota before. Yeah, they're kind of magical. It's kind of a lot of fun, but we'll be up there the middle of May for a couple days, like 4 days. We're leaving, God, I don't even know, I think we're leaving the 16th. Got to be up there by the 17th.
Or when you get off.
Yeah,
The 16th.
we're leaving the 16th, so when I get off from work. So might throw a stream together for a late night, kind of a road trip stream. Might do members only. I think that'd be kind of cool. So if we can let all the members know, throw it together, just kind of a road trip. But you just never know what's going to happen. But yep. So this is Fireside Chat, everybody. If this is your first one, welcome back to the annual spring, summertime, wintertime Fireside Chat. Real fire. We do it out in our front yard. Try to do them as often as possible, weather permitting. Whenever we're off and we don't have to be to work until later in the day, the next day. Just kind of keeps the stream going, gives everybody a chance to kind of unwind from the day. Try to do them on a weekend. I threw this one together real quick, just because I can.
That and plus I would ask.
And Ryan actually asked if we could do the fire tonight. I said, sure, why not? So, yep, this is what we do. We just sit and talk and answer questions. And if you got anything for me and you got a question for me and you want to know a little bit more about us, now is a great time to do that. If you're just joining us for the first time here on this channel, we are local chasers here in the state of Arkansas. We primarily now will be chasing Arkansas all over the place. So if you're in the Arkansas area and you're watching this, smash that like and subscribe and join us whenever we go on a chase. We are not full-time chasers. We do actually carry jobs that help support our passions here, but we do chase when we can and when the weather's permitting and the jobs are working in line with the weather. We'll get out and we'll go chase some storms, and we may just chase lightning storms like what's about to happen on Thursday and Friday. But regardless, we put a stream together, we go out and watch lightning, and it's kind of fun. And then we chase the high-end stuff too, whatever's happening in Arkansas. If there's something major going on, we try to be there. as much as possible. And it may be, you know, like I said, set them notifications because I usually, you know, storms will pop up and they don't go big, and we go, oh, we got us a storm, honey, we got to go, we got a tornado warning, and I'll quickly throw a stream together. So, I mean, you know, I really don't ever plan anything unless I know in advance, you know, what the National Weather Service is pitching out there. But we do get a lot of storms that just actually pop up in the summertime, especially between now and about June. We get some pretty severe pop-up storms that come rolling in, and we will throw a stream together and get out there and get it. And if nothing else, it's for documentation, regardless of who shows up. But we have us a good time. But fireside chats, yeah, we like to do them. Keeps the stream rolling, keeps people in tune and engaged as much as possible. More for the moderators, I think. That seems to be who's in here. I know, Jim, you're in here quite a bit.
Marcy's in here a lot.
Marcy's always in here. But thank you all so much for being here. Smash that like and subscribe. I don't know. Hang on just a second. Got to check something out. So, just so everybody knows, we are sitting at 1,738 subscribers currently. Our goal, my goal this year is to get to 10,000. I know that seems awfully high. It just takes like 1 or 2 storms. We'll be there. We did pick up a few subscribers Sunday in the last little bit. And they, you know, they come and go and da-da-da-da-da. But that's where we're at. That's where we're sitting, is at 1,738 subscribers. Really would like to push that up. Hey, Leslie, welcome in. Glad to have you here. This is Open Mic Chat. We are just talking about everything, anything and everything. If you got something on your mind you want to talk about, hey, roll it out there and we'll go for it. Moderators, yes, there are a lot of moderators in here, but they are not actually moderating. This is open mic. As long as there's no cussing and carrying on, getting really wild and funky, they won't kick you out. But anyways, welcome in, Leslie. Great to have you here. I am in chat somewhat. I can see it on the screen, so but that's where we're at. Great to have you here. Oh, don't throw a bunch of that on there. Now it's just gonna smoke. It's just gonna smoke. Waiting for another plane to go. Yeah, we got one flying way high. Might get a little loud, guys. Got to check an actual jet flying over, which is wild.
That's from the Air Force.
Huh?
That's the Air Force.
Awfully slow. Too high. Anyway, yeah, we got flyovers. I don't know who that was. That probably could have been an Air Force C-130. He was way high. He wasn't coming in hot and heavy like they normally do, doing their maneuvers. But
Well, some of them are.
if you're new here, welcome to the Fireside Chat. We're just talking about absolutely whatever. We have gotten into, we've talked about, gosh, some of the things we've talked about UFOs.
So
Yeah, I did too. D-Man, that was actually quite surprising that, but uh, yeah, talking about that, um, I don't know what happened. I know there was a lot of chasers out there, and that is another thing, is there's a lot of streamers out there that are chasing storms, for whatever, whatever. Um, I thought so too, but if I was the only one on one storm and nobody else was streaming, um, then we would have that uptick, and that's where you see it. Um, but when you got the big guns out there, I'm quickly learning that there is a certain amount of people that actually watch. Um, um, there's only a certain amount of people that watch storms, and if one person gets on there and they're taking up a third of those people, you know, you've got another, 2/3 spread out amongst however many people that are streaming. So, we're low dog on the totem pole. I'm okay with that, um, realistically, but better advertising in that. We are getting our name out there here locally, which is what I really want to do. There's a lot of folks. We're also working on the graphics on the car, which is going to help tremendously get our name out there. We've got the QR code stickers, um, for the car. I'm going to have them on the car, and that we're going to hand those out to certain businesses that kind of help us out, like that restaurant over in El Paso, Arkansas, on Sunday. They want one. They're going to put it up. Um, you know, so the word's getting out there. There's folks that jump in. I know there's folks that watch the stream and they just don't get in the chat. Uh, you know, so it's all good. Um, we're just we're getting a little sliver of the pie, and you know, as it grows, um, we'll get there. We'll get there. That's what I say is 10,000 for me. I'd be ecstatic if I'll be ecstatic when we get to 2,000. Um, because to be quite honest with you, I never thought I would be this far in such a short time. We've only been streaming for a year. We're just starting our second year now. So to come as far as I have, we're doing great. Um, yeah, we need to get on an actual tornado. That really would help. Um, you know, but it'll happen. I don't, I stress over it sometimes, when I'm in a chase. Um, but I'm not overly concerned, you know, about getting there. We get there. I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna die, and I'm not gonna lose sleep. And you know, I'm not. It is what it is. You got to get what you can get, and however you can get it. Um, Rome wasn't built in a day, and how do you, my question is, and I'm always asking people this all the time at work. How do you eat an elephant? If you've never heard that saying, it's a great lesson, in being patient. Um, you eat an elephant one bite at a time, and eventually you get there and turn around and go, we just ate an elephant. Awesome, we're sitting at 10,000. But it's really cool to have everybody here. Just want to thank you all for, yeah, That's true. I do stress over, you know, I do, you know, Tammy's not lying when she says that. I do, you know, I try not to show, but it bothers me sometimes. But, you know, I quickly get over it. Um, Great to have everybody here. Um, yes, Ryan is a fire beast. He loves to play with the fire. Um, he's enjoying it. Gives him something to do. And that. So, so, so I got to tell y'all something funny today. Um, Ryan is working on getting his driver's license today, and took him out driving on actually the road where I've sat a few times during a stream and watched lightning um, flash in front of us, and my God, the you know um, he goes, Dad, how many times, you know, we were all done, we're driving back. He goes, Dad, how many times did you pucker up? And I said, son, you made me pucker at least 3 times. He goes, I know exactly when they were, because you clinched, you locked up. And I'm like, you held onto the seatbelt. And I go, yeah, you know, but no, he did a great job. He is going to be a good driver.
And some of those times were just
But we found places that we didn't even know existed out in the wilds and byways of Arkansas. Found some great places to go and sit and watch a lightning storm.
all thanks to me.
All thanks to Ryan, because he, you know, let him drive, you know, let him do his thing, and needs to get out, and the more you do, the more you're gonna get. But yeah, we found some really amazing places, and it's within 15, 20 mile, you know, 20 minutes of the house here, where we're at. Just so everybody knows, I do have a spotter dot. It's not on right now because I'm obviously at home, but it does work, and I don't know why. If anybody's ever, you know, on Radar Omega or anything, and they don't see it, and I'm, you know, when I'm chasing, I get it started. It says I'm there on radar scope, but for some reason it doesn't pick up all the time, and I'm not sure why. I haven't figured that one out, but I do have one.
Sometimes it works.
And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if it's because it's got to refresh the screen.
And sometimes you have to figure out which one it is.
Yeah. So.
Out of a 500 different people.
What do I got to do with Streamlabs? Streamlabs being stupid? Yeah, Jim, I don't have it up right now, so you wouldn't be able to find it. But yeah, I don't have my spotter dot on right now. Oh, I'm just trying to figure out what I needed to give Streamlabs. I don't know, swift kick in the butt, I think sometimes. But we stream with the phone. Yeah. I tried to do that, but when I'm on my phone, I don't use Streamlabs. I could use Streamlabs. I may throw a Streamlabs together, you know, like Thursday for the members only, just because I want to see how it's going to do on this phone. You know, with all the foo-foo stuff, you got to watch kind of what you do, like all the overlays and that, because it really does slow the phones down. So, but yeah, I can do a Streamlabs that shows some of the things. I can't do the map on Streamlabs simply because I got to have a computer for that. And right now, we don't have any internet until the 1st. So hang on, guys. It's going to get noisy. We've got a commercial break thanks to the United States Air Force and their C-130s flying into Little Rock in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Compliments the United States Air Force. Where's the other one? Usually there's 3 of them. Flying solo. All right, intermission's over.
I think it's later.
He was actually running he was running on quiet. A little earlier, I had 3 of them flying overhead. And I was like, wow. But they fly over. They'll be flying over until about 11 o'clock or so.
Sometimes 11.
And sometimes a little later. Just depends. What else is going on? What else is going on? What else? Anything else going on, guys? Anything I need to know? Talk to me. Talk to me.
What will be really funny is if the United States Air Force is actually on the street. Like, okay,
that would be really cool because there's actually one of the pilots we met at church. And he goes, yeah, I fly over your house all the time. I'm like, yeah, I know you do. I wave at you guys when I'm out in the pasture.
I would just laugh.
But yeah, I said, you guys could give me a wiggle. There's the other one right there, right in front.
That means that
Yep. You guys want to? I don't know if you guys can see it, but that right there is what they do. They fly around. Hey guys. Now we're back. We're back. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Shouldn't be doing that. Have no idea. Sorry. I think it's the phone. Hey, we're back. Yeah, we're back. It don't bother me. Like I said, once we get the internet, I'll be bouncing it off. We'll be on the iPhone, and it'll be actually on the inside where it's cooler. And now, but yeah. Well, let's see. We haven't seen any UFOs, Sasquatch, and we haven't had any Bigfoot feet around other than Ryan. Not a lot's really been going on. I mean, newsworthy. The Pope passed away yesterday. That's kind of a bad deal. My heart goes out to the family and relatives of the Pope and all the church members and that. I know they're pretty upset about it, and that's a pretty big deal. Yeah, I don't like iPhones either, but yeah, Ryan is the last Bigfoot I've seen. Literally, he has big feet. But it's a pretty big deal. It's going to be all over the news. Get used to it. They got to go through that whole process now. It's going to take time. It's a big deal. But yeah, I like. I'm actually on a Samsung. It's not a Galaxy, but it's Tammy's old phone. But yeah, I don't know what it is. It could be the fire. I'm sitting 5 feet away from the fire, so yeah. Yeah, I agree. I do like the Android. The only good thing about an iPhone, and the only reason why I've held on to my iPhone, um, is there is an app, and if you like to take pictures of lightning, there is an app that you can download. It's free, and you can literally shoot lightning, and it catches the lightning. It does a 3 burst picture, and you can catch. I've caught several lightning strikes on it, and it's kind of cool. You can set it for the large. Hey, Marilyn, welcome in. Welcome in. Great to have you here. Um, but with the iPhone, you can set that up, and it really does work, and it's free. And I'll be taking some pictures on Thursday and Friday with it while we're doing a live stream. So, little intermission break, compliments the United States Air Force. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about if I can get over there, which I can. So, that right there's the jet. It's going to fly right over our head. Oh, whoops. Sorry, guys. My tripod is acting up. Yeah, wee woo. I don't think so. Yeah, I dropped it. Sorry, guys. But I hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're enjoying the fire. It's a nice toasty fire. Got a little smoke in my eyes. Time out. Oh, that burns. But anyway, yeah, compliments. They're running quiet, a little quieter than they normally do during the day. During the day, they're so loud you can't even hear yourself talk.
They're screaming.
Temperatures. Let me look and see. We are. Matter of fact,
That's pretty cool.
we are 66 degrees. 66. It's actually feels really good out here. It's nice. Yeah, it's good times. But yeah, yep. So yeah, come on in. If you're new to the channel, this is what we like to do when we're not chasing any storms. Now we like to just sit back, hang out with everybody. Good night, Layla. Good fire. Oh man, I don't even know what that fire is. That fire, I don't know. I'd say it'd probably melt the aluminum.
For sure.
For sure. Good night, Layla. Glad you joined us. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for the support. But yeah,
That's sick. That fire's hot.
that fire is scorching hot. I think that has a lot to do with my phone actually locking up and freezing. It just overheats it. Get too close to it. You can't get real close to it at all. Hey, we're up to 20 likes. What are the possibilities of getting up to 50 likes? I don't. let me look and see. I don't even know what our actual best. Let me go back and look. I'm curious. Now you got my curiosity up. What's our
most was like
best we've ever had with a fireside chat? Is actually 100 views. 600. Well, no, that was a chase. $148 views, 79. Yeah. 10 months ago. 10 months ago, we started Fireside Chat. So we've had some pretty successful fireside chats of late. We actually did our 9 months ago. I'm looking at how many views. So our best one so far, we average about 100 views per fireside chat. I don't know where we're at right now. I'd have to look. We're getting there. Yeah. So. Let me go back and look. Let's see here. Looking at it. 26 thumbs up, 27. That was at Thanksgiving. We've had 36, 31, 27, 30, 35, 39. Going all the way back to the beginning of our success. We've come a long ways. So we average about 30, 35 likes. Not bad. Not bad at all. But I hope you're enjoying it. I know I am. I'm just chatting and just yakking away.
There's a train.
We got a train. I don't know. Can you guys hear the train in the background? Probably. It's pretty loud. We're about a couple miles, not even a mile away from the railroad. So, yeah. Come on, from it. Work with me. Work with me. Yeah, you know, Marcy, I can't do that. I would love to do that, but that's not cool, you know. To advertise. Yeah, I mean, Garrett usually gets on here. He's been on the stream. No, that's not fighter jets. That's actually a train. Yeah, that distant rumbling's just a train. But yeah, I know. I would love to, but I don't want to interrupt what they got going on and that, which is cool. You know, it's cool. Yeah, you never know who's going to show up. I mean, I'd like to get, actually what I'd really like to do is get to the point where I can have, like guests on here sit out here and do the, you know, have a like a guest, you know, person. Hey, Saban, welcome in. Glad you could join us. Never too late. Smash that like and subscribe button. Great to have you here, Saban. Go tell your friends. Go tell everybody. We're just hanging out. You know, yeah. I mean, you know, plane spotting. That's always kind of fun because airport's really not that far away, and we could actually do that. However, you have to be kind of on a hill so you could actually see them. Can't really do that. Have to see everything behind a fence, and that ain't no fun. You know, one of the it's so funny when I first started with YouTube, one of the very first videos that I actually did was from the air show. And I put it together. I made a short clip out of it, and it actually got almost like 2,000 views. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" You know, Rose playing in the water got 1,200 views, and you know, it's just really crazy. But yeah, yep. But it is what it is. What it is. You got a light over there? See what you're doing? You need a light? No. But you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. There's a lot we could do. I mean, you know, it just takes time and that. And, you know, we're not all that high tech business that everybody else is. So, you know, we're very low tech. I'm doing this off of my phone, guys. That's all I'm doing. Straight YouTube and bare bones like I've been doing. Smash that like and subscribe button for me. I did a poll on the channel, so if you go to the community channel, I want everybody to express their feelings on the poll. Just looking at everything and possibilities and things that are probably going to happen and take place in the very near future. As soon as probably when I get done with the stream, I'll probably kick it into place. But go check the poll out. Put your 2 cents in. Leave me a message what you think, and any thoughts are always encouraged. Yeah, D-Man, we do. We need to get on a tornado warning. I was on one Sunday. Didn't know it. But you know, they'll happen. You know. Folks have asked me to do. Oh, that is one thing. I intend to do it. Marcy actually asked me to do a stream on how to use Weatherwise. Okay. Thank you, Saban. Yeah, if you need if you ever need anything, get a hold of Marcy or myself, and we're always my DMs are always available. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. Definitely on Discord. You can always get a hold of me if you ever need anything or need to chat, talk things out. But Marcy had asked me to do a stream on how to navigate through Weatherwise, and as soon as I get my internet back up, definitely going to do that one and open that up for everybody. So yeah, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Discord. Hang on, guys. Compliments, United States Air Force. We do have another flyover, and he is fully lit up. You want to? Here, I'm gonna snap you off of here if I can. And there he is, all lit up in all of his glory. Compliments the United States Air Force, folks. Yeah, they're running silent for the most part right now, which is cool. Because man, I'll tell you what, during the daytime, yeah, you can't. You got to stop.
Sometimes at night.
And sometimes at night. Just depends on what they're doing. I hope you're enjoying it. D-Man, we are exactly 16 miles. We are actually in the path of the runway. If you were to look on the map, from there we're exactly 16 miles. That's why they're so low, is because they're coming in for the landing. They do a lot of run and gun. Every now and then we get jets fly over. And they're loud.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they literally will take off right over our head, and you can just watch them go out of sight.
Yeah, just like that one that did that big
Mm-hmm.
U-turn.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
Pretty hard.
So yeah, we get them in here quite every day. Every day they're out flying around, and usually by this time of night they're running nighttime maneuvers, flyovers. Usually there's 3, sometimes 4. Tonight there's only 1. Just depends on what they got going on. I can pretty well tell what they're playing with and what they're doing, just by the patterns that they run or the lights that they run at night. So yeah. Anyway, anything else? What you guys got? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, during the daytime, I mean, they are loud. I mean, they come zipping in here. I mean, like I said, you can tell what they're playing with, whether they're doing what I call a hot mission. I've seen them come in, like the direction of the fire, and do a literally a right turn, like right in front of me, and I'm like, holy crap. And it's a very tight turn, and you can watch them drift it, and then that one will come in, and then out of nowhere, to the right where they're coming, where we're seeing them tonight, another one will come in, and I mean, and they'll be pretty close, nose to tail, on those missions, and basically what they're doing is they're doing a hot landing, or they're land, touch and go, where they're like picking up people, or doing an air a lift, whatever the scenario is.
Sometimes they're doing that just to practice their jumps.
Yeah, or they may be jumping, dropping people out. You just never know what they're actually really doing. But they fly over constantly all day long. And Tammy's doing pretty good. She's inside. She was in chat a little bit. She's probably in bed. She's got to get up in the morning. But Tammy's doing good. Tammy's doing good.
What time is it?
Yes, it's 10:15.
She's not good.
She's not in bed. She's playing her games, relaxing. Yeah, but there she is. They sometimes rattle things around here. I mean, like I said, when those C-130s get going, it's so loud. It's so loud that literally you cannot hear the person standing next to you talk. So they get kind of annoying, quite a bit. But
sometimes.
So I got to check things out. Hang on just a second, because we're still at 74% on the phone. We're doing good. Doing good. But haven't had anything really wild and wacky going on lately. Here in the Little Rock area, had a few tornadoes this last weekend. By the way, guys, our average is like 37 this time of year. We're already up to 31 confirmed since January 1. 17 of those came a little over a month ago in one night, and we've been tacking them on pretty hot and heavy. So very active year. We'll get on to some tornadoes here in the state of Arkansas. I have no doubts about that. It'll happen. But very active year all around. The weather pattern seems to be shifting more to the east, which is actually in our favor. But yeah, you just never know. Like the one that landed Sunday absolutely was not on anybody's radar. I mean, I was watching one of the local news guys, and they were like, "What is that? Where did that come from?" They were having a hard time tracking it because it just came out of nowhere. So, tornadoes around here, yeah, they come out of left field sometimes, and Sunday was no exception to that rule. They tend to go crazy, and we do get some pretty good thunderstorms. They may not produce a tornado, but we get some pretty wild ones. A lot of rain.
Yeah, tree, a lot of rain.
Yeah, we get a lot of rain. We'll have 4 or 5 inches of rain in one storm, and then it goes out when we're in a drought. But we are right now sitting at 2.5 inches above normal for this time of year. So we're good on the drought, on the drought scale. Wow. We've been on here for almost 2 hours. We're up to 22 likes. We've got 11 folks in here. Thank you for joining us. If you just joined us, smash that like and subscribe button for us. Keep us going, keep us running. Jump into chat. Please jump into chat. Keep this thing rolling as much as possible. If you're new to the channel, yeah, we're not in a drought right now. We're so far out of a drought. But it doesn't take long. Doesn't take long. Another couple months we'll probably be in another drought. So wouldn't doubt it. I doubt we're going to be in a very big drought this year with the weather pattern, the weather systems that's going on. But we are not in a drought. Nowhere close to it. Continue to smash that like and subscribe button for me. Let us know in the chat. Hey, yeah, we're new. Whatever. People bouncing in. In a lot of the thing about, if anybody's got any questions, on anything, feel free to ask. As long as it's not personal. I may give you an answer. Probably won't be what you expect, but I'll give you an answer.
Is that a J?
Am I a JA? Oh, yes, I am. Will I mess with you? Oh, yes, I will. Do I enjoy it? Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, I am that guy. I am that guy. Yep. Great to have everybody here. I should set a goal. What should the goal be, guys? That requires money. I'm not after money. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. What? What? Oh, hey, we've got the Lyriad meteor shower going on tonight. How about that?
I can't see it.
Got a clear sky. And I don't see nothing.
But there's trees.
We got trees in there. I can see stars. Yep. So there is a meteor shower going on, apparently. However, I'm not going to sit out here and watch it. Haven't seen one in a long time. That there's too much light clutter. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, gold. Yeah, I agree, Saban. Dance like no one's watching. You bet. You bet. Yep. Are you sure, Marcy? Are you really, truly? Yeah, I think you're scheming. I think you're up to no good shenanigans with Tammy.
Yeah.
I know you are. I know you are. I can feel it.
Look, I'm gonna go and see what Mom wants.
See how you are? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Some shenanigans about to happen. I'm about to get drenched. Yeah. It's all good, guys. It's all good. Yeah, I don't ever have any content, you know. Probably should think about it. But I don't, you know, think about content. I mean, I don't know, you know, I don't have anything. I'm usually on the other end chatting, so, you know, keeping up chat and that. But probably content would probably be a good thing, you know. Good idea, maybe. But, I mean, it just is what it is. And I don't, you know, quick rundown of what's going on. We probably going to do, I don't want either, to be quite honest with you. I don't want to, it's cool out here. I don't want anything thrown on me or down my back or anything like that. It's way too cool for that. But yeah, it is. You know, it's just very easy going. Marcy likes it hot. Yep. Nope. I get it, Saban. No, you're good. You're good. So, no, that's awesome. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad everybody's here. This kind of gives me a time to unwind and process things. And we've had a lot going on, needless to say, last 2-3 weeks. Big old tree fell in my front yard. Still dealing with that, getting cut up. And realistically, the fire is compliments of that tree because there was some logs from it on there. So we have plenty of firewood for fireside chats, guys. Tree was about 75 to 100 foot tall, about 4 foot in the middle in the trunk, for at least 30 feet. And then you got all the branches and all of that off of it. So intermission coming up. Compliments United States Air Force in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And he's flying over our heads right now. And you notice he's a little bit louder. yeah, they like to pull pranks on me. They like to throw ice cubes down my back in the summertime, smear my face with icing like they did earlier. It's all in good fun. I have no problem with it. Actually, in the summertime, it's quite cooling because it will be hotter than the hubs of Hades here in about 3 months. Usually by now we're usually in the 80s and 90s, um, starting to get hot and muggy, and you just don't want to be outside. And by July and August, it'll be really hot and really humid. And what are you doing, Ryan? What's going on? You're up to no good. um, what are you? No, what are you doing? Messy. But yeah, it gets pretty warm. Oh, got another one flying over here. And, oh God, the cat scared the crap out of me. Got a cat. Jeez. Thought somebody was behind me. Got a kitty cat. So we got another one flying over here, guys. He's fixing to come over us in about 4 or 5 seconds. He's coming in pretty loud. Compliments the United States Air Force once again. Our beautiful C-130s out of Little Rock, Arkansas. Coming in right over our heads. In 3, 2, 1. Fly over. Which one that one is. Two blue lights. Usually there's one that's got 4 blue lights on its tail. I have a name for them all. Well, hi, Keith. We got one with stripes just right before the tail. Got one that flies 4 blue lights on the tail, and it just depends on what they're doing and how they're doing it, what they're flying. No, get out of here. Get. Go. Get around me. Thank you. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I'm about to take Wee Woo off of there. That was kind of a joke from last season. Nah, yeah. Oh, what I miss. What? Annie, you're hooking? What? Oh, I know. I read it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I got my kitty. I got Dusty sitting right in front of me. Mm-hmm. Come on, get up here. Yep. There's kitty cat. I got Dusty. Dusty's in my lap. Yep. You hear a cat. You are so right. It's all good, guys. Yep. Hi. Yeah. These cats are something else. I think they're dogs. They think they're dogs. Yeah, Dusty needs her lovins. Oh, she gets them too. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Yeah. Yeah. She gets her lovins. She knows. I can't, guys, I'm going to tell y'all something about these cats. When I go to bed, I have to quickly jump into bed and get under the covers because they will literally jump up on the bed and lay on my chest, and they will purr, and they will, oh my God, it gets crazy. And they don't leave until they think I'm asleep. once they sense that I'm asleep, I mean, then they're gone. Then they go, and then Stormy will come in and lay down, and he'll usually sleep up around my head and that, or somewhere near me. Dusty, she'll take off, but these cats are just like crazy, just crazy, crazy. Okay, I hear it. I can see it. Yeah. And we're also, just so you know, we're also on the flight path for the Little Rock, what's it called? International Airport. So every now and then we'll get a jet flying over from them. But yeah. Oh yes, and baby girl, and oh yeah, little Holly, little Miss Holly, she's got to be up there too. She has become a cave dog. Um, she gets on and she's got to be immediately under the blankets, and she'll go down and park herself right next to Tammy's legs and keeps her warm. And oh yeah, we get a full crowd on the bed.
Yeah. Besides Rose.
And then I get Rose up there every now and then, and Roper, he's got to get up there. Yeah, you're dirty. You've been hanging out. Yeah. So, little smoke.
Yeah. Oh, that burned.
And KC every now and then. Yeah.
Oh,
Can't forget KC. He likes to get up there too and get his lovins on the bed. Roper. But yeah. Yeah. I don't think you'd be able to see it, but we had a light on our basketball goal, and when the tree fell, it knocked the pole sideways, and the light is God, what am I thinking of? LED. I can't think. What am I thinking of, guys? Anyways, it's on. It does this vigil every night and has since the tree fell. It stays on, but the trees all over it. It's kind of cool. Noticed that the first night. It's got a photo cell on it. But what am I thinking of? No, it's solar powered. That's what it is. Solar powered. So she gives it light energy for the nighttime. And it's on right now. And it'll go off in about another hour or so. But fortunately, our weather has been very cool at night. We are in a neutral Nino whatever I don't even know how you pronounce it, whatever you call it. But we're in a neutral phase of El Nino and that. So the storms are going to be coming off the west, out of the west south. Monsoon season this year for Marcy's supposed to be really, really good. So, of course, all of those storms are going to go into Texas, and then they're going to scream north. That's why we've had so many storms of late, is because of that neutral zonal flow coming off the west coast. And then, so Yep, there's going to be a lot of storms coming on. Um, I have a feeling that May is going to be very active all the way into June. It might slow down a little bit as we get closer to June. However, I think the year has some surprises for us. Kind of like 2024. Was a 2% year. I think we're going to get more of the storms over in our area, and I think that in the fall, I think when our true season comes in the fall, Dixie Alley is just going to blow up. Unfortunately, um, I think it's I think it's going to be wild and crazy and exciting, actually.
Dapper.
Huh?
Dapper.
Yeah. Will you do me a favor? You got me coffee.
That means if Mom didn't drink none, yes.
Would you go and see? 'Cause my cup's in on the table. I would love a cup of coffee. Somebody asked a question. Sparky. Hey, that's a first. Sparky likes Marcy. How about that? How about that? That's a first. Usually Sparky's being pretty negative to Marcy. I think Sparky knows when Marcy's giving me a hard time. But yeah, so if anybody's interested, you can do the exclamation point Sparky in the chat. Ask the question right after that, and Sparky will give you an answer that you may not be expecting. I was not expecting to see Sparky actually say that. Um, see, he's got a smart aleck attitude. Um, I think it's kind of hilarious. Um, Smart aleck attitude, kind of like me. Um, a lot of these responses that Sparky gives out actually came from a lot of you folk on Discord. There's a place you can drop your uh, quotes or what you want Sparky to say, and you know, um, I will put them in there, and it's really super easy for me to do. Yeah, Sparky's not fair. That is for sure. So. And he does give out emojis, which I may turn those off. I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. I think some of them are actually kind of funny. All right, Sparky, what are you going to say? What you going to say, Sparky? Come on, Sparky, give it to me. Give it to me. Uh-oh. Taking his time. He's thinking. Wait for it. Got to go through a cooldown. Brain's overload. You're dreaming. Yeah, in my dreams. The answer is within yourself. Yeah. Sparky has a little cooldown, so you can't overload him. He gets kind of wound tight, and you got to unwind a little bit. But yeah, it's got like a 15, 20, 30-second cooldown. But yeah. Yeah. So you can figure about every 3 seconds somebody can ask that question, whatever question they want. But yeah, it's kind of fun. We kind of added that in there just to give people some fun in the chat while we're rolling along with things. Sparky also now has a permanent position in the chase vehicle, which is on Tammy's side in the old crap bar, where he resides 24/7. And if you don't know who Sparky is a squirrel that we acquired back a year ago, Christmas, when our lovely power pole decided to do its thing and almost burned our house down. And so really cool, some really cool people at a business locally here in town gave us this squirrel, because we were telling them the story about how the squirrel caused the power outage and the failure that caused our HVAC system to blow up and almost caught our house on fire and burned up, anyway. And so we named him Sparky. And Sparky is part of the channel. So always be on the lookout for Sparky. Sparky goes with us on chases all the time. Hey, there's a car coming. Wow, there's a car coming up the road. Cool. I'm getting coffee. Kind of cool out here. Oh, thank you, son. Got some coffee. I gotta see what was it. You gotta be kidding me. Yep, you just never know what Sparky's gonna be talking about. Uh-oh. Donuts? Got donuts. I forgot we had donuts in there. We had them from the
You're not a cop, okay?
Huh?
You're not a cop.
Not a cop? No.
I don't know why you're so excited for it.
I love my donuts. Yeah, we bought donuts Sunday and I forgot to eat them. Yeah. Donuts are just good. Good for the soul. Good for the soul. All right. All right, guys. Can you believe we've been on here actually for 2 hours and 11 minutes? We got 23 likes that I'm seeing so far. I don't know how many. 20 likes. Let's see where we're at. Let's just go see what's going on with this. I'm kind of using this as a kind of a springboard. I want to see what we're doing here. See what's happening. What's happening? That ain't good. That ain't good. Let's go see. What are you doing over there, son?
I'm like, Sparky, are you my therapist? It's like, not sure.
That's actually fun. Woohoo! 37 views so far. Yay. Yay. 23 likes. I'm glad you guys are enjoying Sparky. It's always good. Things are actually working. Yeah. He knows me. He knows me way too well. Way too well. Knows me way, 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 way too well. Way too well.
Marcy, it's the truth.
It is the truth. I am a JA, and I'll be the first one to admit it.
Right. At least you put the cops behind it too.
Yeah. True. That was kind of funny. Um, yeah, that is hilarious. That is actually very funny. My sources say yes with a cop
Annie?
car.
A JA is dad.
A JA. How do I explain this? It is a jackass. Um, I have been. My nephew gave me that status. Oh man, several years ago. Um, so it's always just stuck with me, and so I am a JA. I do like to give people a hard time. I give people a hard time at work. I give my customers a hard time some of the times, and they know it. And I've had customers seek me out to give me a hard time. So I am the guy that if the door is really open and it's appropriate, um, you just got deleted. Huh? What did you put in
Who?
there?
Me?
He just got timed out for 10 seconds by Marcy. um, PETA, yeah, pain in that. Yep. See, that. PETA would be like the female version of JA. Um, I I I am that guy. To know me, oh yes, I will gladly run through that door when it's opened up. I have no problems. I don't do it so much like when we're chasing and that, just because. But yeah, I can. Oh, I don't know. That's funny. You guys have too much fun with that. That's awesome. That's what that's there for, though, guys. Is to just have fun. You can ask them some corny questions. I can guarantee you somebody's going to jump on there and ask you, are we going to see a tornado? And I can tell you it's going to say, yeah. What do are you kidding me? You know, yeah, Sparky can be dangerous. Can be very much. Has my personality. But a lot of those remarks, got to remember, are coming from you all. So if you want to get on the Discord, or if you have Discord, you can actually get on there and post those, and I will take a look at them, and then who knows, they may show up sometime on the stream. So you always want to be tuned into the streams for that reason. But um, so feel free to add those in there. I know Marcy's giving me a whole bunch. Not, yeah, not into bull riding. I'm not sure what he's into. Mischief. He is into mischief. Oh yeah, you can do the points too. Points don't mean nothing. You just got a whole bunch. Everybody should have a whole bunch of points. I haven't really been keeping up. That was something that I was trying to work on. 5, 6, 7 months ago. That really just didn't work out for the stream. But yeah, you got points. Everybody's got points. Somebody should have points. The thing is with points, it's nothing. But the longer you're in the stream, your points will add up, and the more you return and become a member and all of that. And like I said, it was something that I was trying to do that just didn't really pan out, but I kept it there. Totally forgot about it.
No,
everybody's after their points. So you know, it's just one of those fun things you can add in there. Um, Actually, I saw it on somebody else's stream, and they're like, "Yeah, this isn't working out," but they still have it, and they still mess around with it. So, you know, I believe moderators. I'm not sure if moderators can get in and adjust things. I know I can, but don't fret if you don't have a lot of points. That really don't mean nothing other than tells you uh, they add up, and yeah, yeah, uh, it was what I was trying to do originally, and I'll tell you was that you could take your points and like you could throw a command out, but you had to be a member, I believe, and I think I actually opened it up to everybody, but the commands were not working properly. I never could get them to do, you know, what they were intended to do, and so I kind of abandoned that idea. Yeah, I mean you can use it, for whatever. I mean there's all kinds of things you can do with it. Um, I don't have any merch. I had some merch at one time, and me being so small, I took the merchandise off. Um, you got to have a really need to have a large following. Um, if if and when we get to 10, 20, 30,000 subscribers, yeah, I'd probably open the merchandise back up. But for right now, it's not feasible. That's why I took it off. I thought it was cool to begin with, but it's really at what time I had it on, nobody bought anything. So I'm not really worried about it. Um, I could turn it on at any point. I mean, the stuff is still there, but yeah, I'm just thankful of where we are right now and what we're doing and how we're doing it. And now, yeah, we are on PayPal. We do have Cash App and Venmo. Um, we are still working on graphics for the car. Sure. Um, we do have a really cool graphics deal um, that's a tornado, and it has grasshoppers in the tornado. That was by design. Um, we have graphics for the windshield and the back on the front of the windshield. Um, um, that says Wind Dancer Media, and then on the back it says Storm Chaser. Um, and then with the um, QR code stickers, we're going to put them on the back windows or somewhere on the car. And those will be available as soon as we can afford everything. Um, that whole package uh, runs about what we were going to do. It's going to run us about $600, and it just takes time. It's just money that we don't have right now. Um, but if anybody does any donations through the Cash App, I would prefer PayPal on that. I can keep track of it a little easier. But if anybody ever wants to donate to that, you can designate that, and that will go straight towards the graphics for the car. How do we come up with Wind Dancer Media? That's a great question, and I'm glad you asked it. Um, how do I answer that? Because there's so many things that are involved in that. First, I used to, and I haven't done it for a long time. You can look at one of the videos. I used to fly kites, um, back in the early 2000s. I learned how to fly precision kites, and when I first started flying, when I first realized that kite flying was a big deal back then, and I think it still is. I just haven't been up with it. Um, I was living in Washington State. I had just come out of a really bad divorce, and I was sitting down at the beach in Mukilteo, Washington, and I just sat there and watched this guy flying his kite, and it really, it was really cool. It was so fun to watch because I was just so mesmerized um, of how he was flying the kite. He was one with the wind, and it looked like it reminded me of somebody doing, because he was doing tricks and all kinds of cool stuff, but it reminded me of somebody doing like Tai Chi type stuff. But at the same time, he was all over the place. Um, and when you really look at it, it reminded me that he was dancing, and it just reminded me of somebody dancing with the wind, because when I uh, got into kite flying, it really reminded me of being one with the wind. And uh, Wind Dancer, that's how Wind Dancer became. Um, I did a lot of research on Wind Dancer media to make sure that nobody else has it out there. I am not an LLC yet, but I did the research. There is a Wind Dancer Films. Um, they are not affiliated with me, and I have nothing to do with them. But that's how Wind Dancer became, because I used to fly kites, and you become one. You literally become um, one with the wind. And I do have a video um, in there that's open. Go back and look at the kites that I have. Most of them are in retirement. I know for a fact two of them are in retirement. They were special made for me by a very special friend of mine. He was my mentor at the time. He has since passed away, and I cannot have them fixed if I ever broke them again. Um, I have I have a quad line kite that I really need to bust out one of these days, but there really is not that good a wind here. If I was to go to the beach, I would definitely take it to the beach. But I've flown, I've got a bunch of one string kites that I still jump out and try to get up in that air, but got to be at the beach for that. Um, got a couple one string kites, got some two string precision kites that I could fly. I prefer not to. I've got some quad line. I've got one kite that's quad line. That's called a parafoil. That's one one fifth the size of an actual parachute. Um, and then my other one is actually what they call it's called a Revolution. You can look them guys up. Those are some of the most amazing kites out there. They are so precise. You fly them in 15 to 20 mile an hour winds, and I mean you can do. They do uh, the professionals that fly those. Um, do they follow my stream? Garrett does. Garrett usually will pop in, usually from time to time, even on the firesides. We've streamed a few times where Garrett will pop in, not so much DL, but Garrett will. Um, but yeah, they do. Um, but the Revolution, I mean, these guys will stand with headsets, and they will be standing literally shoulder to shoulder flying these kites and doing some of the most amazing stuff in the sky. Uh, it's amazing. Go look them up. They got a lot of YouTube videos out there on it. I have one of those. In all total, I probably have close to probably about $4,000 in kites. Rough guess. If you were to go buy them today, God only knows how much half of them would cost, because most of them they don't even make anymore. So, but that's how Wind Dancer became. Wind Dancer Media is from that, and it just stuck. It just sounded perfect. I mean, it just fit me. It fit us. Tammy and I have been chasing storms since we met. Um, we when we lived up in Wyoming, we'd go and chase lightning storms. You know, what else are you going to do in Wyoming? Chase lightning storm, and you know, we'd go and watch them. Um, um, and that, and so we never knew that chasing storms was actually a thing. We never thought about it. We weren't that big into it up there. We had a lot of stuff going on up there that kept us busy. Um, really didn't get into storm chasing until we got down here to Arkansas and we realized that we have tornadoes. And hey, when I moved to Arkansas 7 years ago now, well, in 2018, do the math. Um, we didn't. I didn't realize there were tornadoes down here, guys. Um, we weren't here 3 months, and we were in our first tornado warning cell. And I was like, oh, hey, this is kind of cool. Let's go look at it. And you know, scared to death, and we all, you know, quickly come up with a game plan for the house. And you know, and then as I started, you know, realizing, you know, that storm chasing was an actual thing, I watched Brandon Kopic. Well, actually, I take that back. My first storm that I ever watched live was actually Reed Timmer, and that was a hurricane down that hit Lake Charles. I stayed up until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, man. I thought that was so freaking cool. And he was actually at that time streaming on Facebook. And here I was on Facebook till 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning watching this guy get totally waxed by a hurricane. It was incredible. And then I can't remember. I somehow got on YouTube and was watching Brandon Kopic, or no, we had decided to get our spotter license for the state of Arkansas. And then, you know, because once you do that, I went out and I got Radar Omega. And I was on Radar Omega, and I watched these guys on Radar Omega, and I was like, holy cow, these guys are live and they're chasing tornadoes. And so I got on YouTube and I watched Brandon for the longest time, and you know, um, really found out that it was a thing. It was real. You know, there are people that are out there doing this. And what? Hell yeah. Um, and then um, you know, I was like, hey, why don't we do this here in Arkansas? You know, we get tornadoes, why not? And so I pretty much, you know, figured out how to do YouTube. And once I figured out that you know, what I needed for YouTube, you know, I just started throwing stuff together, man. I was telling everybody, hey, I want you to subscribe to my channel so I can live stream, you know, and you know, because I had to have X amount of subscribers, and then I had to have X amount of uh, view hours, and I had to get all of that. And the only way to do that was to do all of those videos that are absolutely meaningless, but not really. And I've kept them there, you know, like one of Rosie playing in the water, you know, that gets views. Um, oh, very cool. Very cool. That's awesome. And so then, you know, once I was able to do live streaming, then I started getting into, you know, more live streaming, and we started doing our chases and stuff like that. And I was all excited. And you know, listen, when I started, I had 60 people, subscribers. Ask Marcy, our biggest chase of all was 2 years ago, uh, when we were back up in Branson. You know, we went to Springfield and we got on all of that. And Marcy was my only moderator at the time, and my stream literally blew up that night because we were literally the only ones out there, and it just kind of went from there. And we've grown, you know, little bit at a time, and which is fine. I wouldn't know what to do if I had, you know, all of a sudden 3 or 4 thousand subscribers. I would probably be speechless and really not know what to do. So slow growth, slow and steady wins the prize. And yes, you did. You handled it like a pro. I mean, I remember that night and the stream was blowing up, and I remember saying, "Marcy, just let it go." I mean, they were, it was a stream where we were, literally blew up. It really didn't blow up up in Springfield. It was about the time we got to Branson, and about the time we hit that tornado down in Harrison. That's really when it took off. But at that time, I don't even think I had 100. No, I only had 120 subscribers. I remember I'd gotten up to 120 subscribers, and that night, I mean, I had over 800 people in the chat, and I mean, my chat was blowing up. It was getting so clogged up that they had to actually subscribe to get into the chat because they were looking for information. I was the only one streaming, and it was like, I don't know what to do here. I'm just doing what I do, and and we got done, and somebody asked if Storm Runner Media actually follows us. Yeah, they were actually in that stream, and I didn't see them, and talked to them like the next day or so, and they said, "Yeah, we were in your stream." And I said, "Man, I'm sorry, I didn't even see you, because I really respect these guys, and for somebody of their caliber at that time, to jump into my stream and see, say, hey, you're doing a great job, you got it, and I missed it." And they said, "No problem." Well, just so y'all know, that stream right there, that night, we had over 10,000, way over 10,000 views. We gathered, I had over almost 450 to like 500, 600 new subscribers that night alone. And that was like huge on our part. That was really what launched us into where we're at right now. And we get them here and there, and we fall back, and we get them back again, and it was a fun night. I mean, it was pretty interesting, because I had people, we got down to Harrison, and I saw the tornado, the warning. And I was like, okay, if they keep extending this out, we actually can catch this thing. And we got down to Harrison, and sure enough, man, I mean, that thing came right at us, and where we were sitting, be honest with you, I never saw it. I never saw it. The stream caught it, and because people were saying in the stream, "Hey, you need to call that in," and I'm like, I can't call it in if I didn't see it. My stream caught it because I wasn't sure, and I went back and looked, and I was like, "Man, I don't know if that's a tornado or not." Well, little did I know at that time that actual, and you can go back and look at the clip and look at the stream, and you'll see what I'm talking about. That I actually did the clip. I sent the clip to the National Weather Service and I was asking everybody. I said, "Is this really a tornado?" Because I had no clue. It looked like a big wedge, which it was, and later, after I'd sent it to the National Weather Service, it took them about a week or so because they were in the area. It was actually a confirmed EF1 tornado. Really didn't do a whole lot of damage, I don't think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Because of my video, they were actually able to confirm it. So that's one reason why um, I do the video, because a lot of times, and I'll be honest, we've chased, Tammy and I have chased in Mississippi, um, and we saw we can see the rotation, but you can't really see it on the screen, and vice versa. I may not see it live with my own eyes, but the stream will catch it. So it plays a really integral part of chasing and spotting. Um, but yeah, we've seen tornadoes. We did a really cool video. If you want to get out and watch it, and I'd encourage, is the East End tornado, um, where we jumped in the car, threw the stream together real fast, and we were headed down down to Stuttgart, or not Stuttgart, but down into that area, and there was a tornado on the ground, and we met up with Derek and his crew, and we were actually able to go into the where the tornado had touched down, and we were like the first ones in there. They'd already had the line crew out there, I was actually able to go in and live on YouTube and go into where the power lines were down. I mean, we're walking right next to them and looking at the power lines. Kind of a really an amazing video that probably at some point I'll probably go and make a video of it. But we were there. Tammy saw the tornado, but I couldn't get it on stream because there was no lightning. So lightning, if you ever wonder and you're watching the stream why they're saying there's no lightning, lightning at night really does tell the story of where the tornado is. If there's no lightning, it's really sketchy and can be very scary if there's a tornado on the ground, because you're not going to see it. Absolutely not going to see it. So lightning really does have its place in a storm. Hail. Hey, Dylan, welcome in. Glad to have you here. So when you're looking at these guys that are out there streaming and they're looking at things, there's a reason why they don't run into the hail core. You don't want to mess with baseball sized hail. It does damage, and if I damaged Tammy's car, I'd be in trouble.
Like a little like we almost did today.
Well, yeah, like we almost did here a while back. You gotta know, you gotta respect the storm. I mean, you really do respect the storm. In that, and respect what's going on around it. And lightning is, if there's a lot of lightning, there's pretty good. It's pretty strong. It's a healthy storm. Lightning is tells you how mature the storm is. If there's not a lot of lightning, it's probably dying out, or it's still growing into that. But definitely, lightning does help light up the scenery around, so you get an idea of what's going on. But yeah, so that's how we became. Long story around how we became Wind Dancer Media. I've often thought about changing the name from media to like WX. I don't know. Haven't really. I've given it some thought, just because we don't throw a lot of content out there, and in that. I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts on that? Give me some insight there. Changing the name from Wind Dancer Media to Wind Dancer WX or something like that, or just Wind Dancer. I think Wind Dancer WX, because that kind of tells what we do. Oh, no problem. No problem. I'm full of stories. I mean, I can tell stories and probably halfway make them up. Some of them might even be true. But yeah, Yeah, it is just, there's a lot of thoughts across my mind, and you know that I think about, direction for the channel and that, and you know, yeah, I am. I've been told that. Um, you know, I am crazy, just a little bit on the crazy side.
No,
Just so y'all know, I am a lot older than the young guns out there. I will be 61 years old this year, and I still chase these wonderful storms, and I still find them very interesting. And it's funny because people at work now are always, say, "Hey, what's the weather going to be like?" And I'm going, "Well, right now, and when somebody asks me that at work, it's really funny because I'll look outside and I'll go, "Yeah, it's sunny. What else you want?" No, what's it going to do? And I'm like, you're going to get sunbathing, get suntan lotion out. I don't know, you know. Oh, come on, you know what's going on. You know what's going to do. And I say, well, I'm going to tell you, always be weather aware. In the state of Arkansas, you just want to be weather aware. And, that's the J that comes out of me because I like to mess with people, and that's just a good way of doing it. And they're like, well, what are your thoughts? And I'm like, yeah, I don't have any thoughts. I don't get excited about a storm that's 2 weeks out. I don't get excited about it. I started looking at a storm about a week out, um, but to throw a stream together and say, man, I'm going to be out there this day, this day, this day, da 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 da. I can't do that. For one, work won't allow me to do that. The second is I don't know if they're going to really fire. Do I look at models? Yeah, I look at models every now and then, um, but I really don't dive into them a whole lot. I look at photographs. I mean, I've got my weather apps and stuff like that, but I really don't. I don't go off of what the models are doing because that's what happened to me this last weekend. I went off the models and I learned a valuable lesson. Models not always are accurate. They change. They, things happen, and for the model, uh, if you're solely off on the models, you're doing something wrong. And there's a lot of chasers that do that, and they get hung up, or they get them find themselves in a situation that they really don't want to be in, and so pretty much got to go with your gut. What your gut say when you're chasing. If you're chasing low end storms, you got to go with what's going on.
That's a good big flame.
That is. That's a good little fire. You brought it to life. And there's Miss Rosie. There's Miss Rosie. There's the Rosie girl. Rosie.
Rose.
Rose. Rose. Smile. Rose. Rose.
She's Kim Shaw.
Rose.
She's a
There's
boy.
the baby girl. There's the baby girl. Okay, go lay down. Yeah, I just wanted your picture on there. Yes. Okay, go lay down. Come on.
Okay, Rose, come here.
Come on. Go to Ryan. Rose, go lay down. Good girl. There's the Rosie girl. There's the Roper. There's the Roper. That's Roper. Hey, go on. Come on, Rose. Sorry, guys.
Dogs.
Dogs.
Especially this one.
Roper just decided to walk underneath the tripod. Go on, go lay down. Go. Go lay down. Roper, go. So, anyway, that's two of them. The other two are in the house. Three are in the house. But cool. Great to have everybody here. I'm glad you guys are still hanging out with us. We're just BSing, shooting the bull, doing a little live stream.
But no, hey, Dad,
Yes, sir.
you're not as crazy as me.
I'm not as crazy as you. Says who?
Me?
Why? What makes you crazier than me?
You wouldn't strap yourself to the continental
That's
and
true.
kill you like that.
You're right. Yes, you have me on that one. You are so correct. I am not that crazy. Takes a special kind of person to lock yourself on a bull and go try to ride it for 8 seconds knowing you're going to get the craps knocked out of you. Not me.
I did that for a while.
What are we debating? I haven't been in a good debate. Let's get in a good debate. Thank you, Annie. Yes, we try to have beautiful dogs. They're a pain in the butt though sometimes.
Like Rovers and Rose. It's actually Rose.
What? A kennel license? Really? That's crazy. I mean, I can understand it, but really? That's weird. Why does that look? Ah, there we go. Oh, I can't get over there to Rose. There. Yeah, that's Rosie over in the right upper right hand corner there. She's just chilling and grilling by the fire, chewing on sticks. Yep. Yep. So we've been doing this for almost 3 hours. Holy moly.
And
11:20.
your phone's not dead.
And my phone's not dead. I am actually really quite surprised, to be quite honest with you. We're at 46%. Not bad. Not bad. It's not overheated. Knock on some wood. Mm-mm-mm. But yeah. What else? Any more questions? Any more? Going once? I don't know. I don't have anything. Um, New Zealand. Great to have you from New Zealand, Miss Annie. What other insights can I give you as a chaser from the chaser perspective? Um, I really respect these guys that are out there. Um, um, I really do. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I'm reading chat and trying to think at the same time. I do not multitask very good, guys. Just saying. Um, I really respect these guys that are out there grinding every day. Um, I'll take example today they're in Texas. Tomorrow they're going to be up north, up in Oklahoma, probably Kansas. The drive times from the end of the stream. They got to drive 4 hours here to get into the target for tomorrow. Um, to get set up for the next day if they're thinking that far ahead, and usually they're not. With the setups this week, you can't plan anything until it comes out. You kind of have an idea. Um, but shout out, kudos to those guys because they're out there. This is their job. Um, this is how they make a living, and doing the things that protecting people and documenting it. And they have a lot of fun at it. It is a lot of fun, you know. But kudos to them guys. If I was younger, yeah, I'd probably consider doing it. I've already been asked if I wanted to chase full time. And I'm like, dude, there ain't enough money in the world right now because you got to make the money, and I have too many bills. I have a mortgage. I got bills to pay. and I'm not sure anybody would want to sponsor us to pay those bills, let alone anybody else. And so I was like, yeah, I'll chase. But no, I respect those guys a lot, and it's always a kick in the britches to get, meet them, meet up with DL and Garrett. They're like kids. I've been with them. Gosh, it's been almost. Actually, it's probably been 2 years um, since I've been with them, moderating for them for not quite 2 years. Well, almost 2 years. Um, because I was on their stream when I started streaming, and DL's been a huge help to me. He's actually mentored me in a lot of things and got me to where I kind of need to be. Um, if the cash flow was a little better, I'd probably be right there with him, as far as stream goes. But it takes a lot of money. Um, those setups that those guys got, guys, there are thousands of dollars involved every month just to keep them running. Their expenses are astronomical, you know. And I'm not even talking about the gas expenses in the hotels. I'm talking, equipment, um, for what it takes to operate what they've got going. And it breaks down or you lose a windshield. The windshields figure about $1,000 every time you bust a windshield, and it comes out of their pocket. Something breaks down, you got to duct tape it until you can get it fixed. If you fix it, um, you know, any tires, oil changes, spark plugs need to be changed every X amount of years. So there's a lot more involved than just jumping in a car and going, oh, I'm going to go storm chasing. You got to think of those things. I know every time we go out, um, like I'll give you an example. We went to, um, we were headed towards Springfield. We made it up to Branson. That whole trip we spent, tank and a half of gas, about $60. And I'm not saying, we need the money or anything. That's just, chase expenses. Um, and so it takes a lot, to go out and do those things. And I really don't think people understand that a lot of times. Some of them do, you know, some of them do. Um, that's what I say is it'll come when it happens. It'll go big. We'll go big. Um, you know, it's all good. But chase expenses are the biggest thing for those guys. That's why, support whoever you support them wholly. Just being in their chat, that thumbs up really helps a lot. Setting those notification bells to be all on obviously helps. But, you know, get me on a couple good storms and we'll be right back in it. But, it's really hard when you got to work 40 hours a week. I do have time I could take off if I so choose, but right now don't need to. I will say this in May when we go up to Nebraska. I'm pretty sure we're going to find us a storm. Yeah, that's what the moderators are for. Um, that's a huge. That's why you have X amount of moderators scattered out. And kudos to the moderators. Myself being one. They're not paid. Moderators do it because they want to. Um, they don't pay us to be on their stream all the time. It's volunteer. We volunteer our time. We help them, succeed. And that. So it's all good. I gotta check one thing, guys. Hang tight. As you notice, there are no planes flying over. It is past 11 o'clock, and that is their downtime. I gotta check one thing, just because I'm curious. I did post it on X that I was going live. I just want to see how many people actually looked at it. So I've had 56 views on Twitter. Um, Interesting. That's really interesting. That's kind of amazing. So it really doesn't get out there. Really didn't get out there. You know, I thought about doing a Twitch stream. What is going on with my phone? I could do a Twitch, do it on Twitch, because with Stream Elements and that, I can actually stream on Twitch. I just can't do both of them. I thought about doing a Twitch stream just to see what it's like. One time just for shits and giggles, and just see what kind of a support I'd get there. But yeah, you know, I mean, we're all, you know, that's the thing is we're all weather nerds, if you will. We all love weather. We love rain. We love watching people run into storms, and you know, and that, and you know, we wouldn't be there if we weren't, you know, weather nerds. I do like the science of it. I'm not a very scientific guy, but I do like the science of it. I think it's fascinating, and I encourage anybody, and I encourage everybody to get on the National Weather Service website and go and learn about how clouds, you know, how clouds form and how thunderstorms are created. And that way, then when you're in chat, you actually have a knowledge of what's going on, because it really does help, you know, so you're not going, well, what's this mean, what's that mean, you know. Obviously, you know, they're new to it, and you know, you'll be able to answer those questions, and it really does help in chat. It really does help the moderators, because if you're knowledgeable, you know, you can answer those where sometimes a moderator might miss the question. I encourage everybody to get on to Weatherwise. I will be doing a video probably next month, if it ain't too late. Probably before we go, most definitely, hopefully before we go to Nebraska, I will be doing a stream on how to navigate Weatherwise. Weatherwise is free. It's an easy app. You can use it on your desktop. You can use it on your phone. There's a lot of free features that you can use, and if you know, but if you don't know what it all means, you're kind of going, oh, I got this really cool app and I don't know what all this means. So I'm planning on doing a stream on how to navigate Weatherwise. That was Marcy actually asked me to do that, and I said that's a great idea, because I do use Weatherwise. I still use Radar Omega, but not so much to chase with, because it just crashes all the time, and it never, you know, never does what I want it to do. But I do use Weatherwise. I have it on my phone. It's one of the first ones I go to. You want to see how tall that is? That's how tall those flames are. flames are about 4 or 5 feet in the air. It's a very hot fire. Yeah, look at those coals in there. Really vibrant. I may have to take a clip of this and matter of fact, I will. I'll go back and pull a clip of this fire. And during the wintertime, we'll use this fire as a inside. Because in the wintertime, when it's so cold outside, I can't. I'm not going to sit out here when it's 20 degrees. And we'll go inside. Great fire. Thank you, Ryan. But yeah, just be on the lookout for that. That's going to be a live stream where it's going to be questions and answers as best I can. Weather-wise, there are some things that you can pay for. As long as they don't catch that tree on fire up there, we're good. Shouldn't, and I hope it don't drive things. It should be all right. So be on the lookout for that stream. I'll post a thing on in the community chat when that's about to happen. It will be in the first part of May before we leave for Nebraska. Yeah, I'm the same way, Saban. I mean, I'm always looking at the sky, looking at the clouds, and hang on. The fire's too high. You made it too high. Your mother can see it from inside, top the flame. Yeah, it's about 5. Yeah, it's a little tall, a little bit big. But yeah. So, like I said, be on the lookout for that stream. We gotta let it be. We will be streaming, like I said, again on probably Thursday and Friday. I'm off Friday. I got to work late Thursday. We are supposed to have some thunderstorms coming in. I'm just not sure what's really going to go on Thursday. I don't get off till 10. Not sure how many folks will be in the stream. Probably not a lot. It's not high end stuff. It'd just be more of a lightning show. So hey guys, we're back. I think. Hey, whoa! Look at me. So yeah, this is my red eerie face. Yeah, this is what I look like, old and gray. Nope. All right, we're not done. We're not done. We're back. We're back. We are back. So I'm gonna flip this around because my face looks really weird red. I'm back. Yeah, we didn't. There we go.
Now you can see the coals.
Now you can see what the coals look like. So, yeah, that's weird. Yeah, yeah. That reminds me of a funny thing I did one Easter, or not one Easter, one Halloween. I dressed up like the devil. Pretty cool. But no, we're still here. No, the phone overheated. I knew it was going to when he started stirring things up. It's pretty warm. Yeah, he wants a major fire. Yeah, we got things smoking everywhere. I mean, I like the fire. You could actually scoot the fire just a little bit closer my way. Wouldn't be bad. Yeah, that's funny. Oh, pardon me. But no, it's just funny. That's a good looking fire. It's hot. That's a hot fire. A little too hot. It might be smoky for a little while. That's good. That's good. Almost looks like lava in there on the stream. It looks really cool, actually. To be quite honest with you. Um, but yeah, yeah. I mean, dang gone, Jim. You're not joking, man. You could cook on that fire. That is a good cooking fire right there. If I had a cast iron pot, heck yeah. If I even had a
Coffee.
coffee, if I had a fire ring with a coffee pot on it, oh hey, we'd have cowboy coffee there. Um, yeah, I love roasted pig on an open fire. It's actually really good, really good. Yep, yep. Throw some ears of corn in that. Some baked potatoes. Yeah.
Crawfish.
Crawfish. Nah, not so much crawfish. Yeah, we got a barbecue. We got a really good barbecue place just down the road from us. Got even a better one in El Paso, Arkansas. The place we stopped at um, Sunday. It's really good stuff. Really good. But anyway, guys, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah, this is. I'm done.
You're done.
Mm-hmm.
You're done. You're done.
I'm ready for bed.
You're ready for bed, son. It's not even midnight yet. So, alrighty, guys. Um, give me just a minute. I gotta run in. I gotta use the bathroom. Coffee's going through me. I'll be right back. Stay here. Don't move.
I moved. Yeah, not me. I did that for about 6 weeks. No, I did it for 6 weeks for trade school.
Did you totally run the string?
No,
No. All right. Hey, I'm
no.
back, guys.
Anna was
Ah,
was asking me why I was up till 3.
oh, gotcha.
I never. I did that for 6 weeks in trade school
Mm.
because that's the time we would stop running the equipment.
Yeah. Annie, what's wrong with Ryan? He's an old people. His clock is go to bed early and sleep in late. That's his clock.
Well, no, it's most of the time I'll just be in bed on my phone.
Well, nah, he's pretty good. I mean, he doesn't stay up late. Never really has, unless he's playing a game or
Or
something like that.
or if I'm at school or something.
Right. So barbecue. Oh man, barbecue is so good.
I miss Driscoll.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Sorry, I'm looking at chat as well. I'm trying to keep up with chat. You guys are talking about barbecue, making me hungry. Hungry. You got anything else to put on that fire?
Anything else? Look around.
Well,
We have a
no.
whole entire tree.
Well, I know, but anything close by?
Yeah, a whole entire tree.
Well, no, I'm not. You know what I mean. Smart aleck. Smarty butt. Ask Ryan, is there anything?
I get it. I'm the best.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. 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 And I know I got a bunch of stuff. I can go do it. If you want to go, go. If you want to go, go. I don't know how much longer we're going to be on here. I have no set plan. All I know is it's 10 minutes to midnight. That's about all I know. How long you guys want to stay on here? This is your stream.
And plus, I have some friends texting me about jumping on COD. They're losing badly.
I see how it is. They want you to go bail them out.
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm. Oh. So how long you guys want to stay on this? Don't matter to me. I'll have to go to work till
I'm
1
the
o'clock.
person that will sit up high
Uh-huh.
and slap people out.
Yeah.
And that's that one thing that they don't do. Is if you're up high with a silencer.
Oh, that's funny because hey, Saban, that's what Ryan's talking about right now is going bailing his buddies out on Call of Duty. Ryan has this really wonderful knack of finding hidey hole places on that game, and he's a sniper, and I mean he's really good at it. And so his buddies call him up. They've been texting him saying, "Hey, you need to get on here and save our butts. We're dying, man."
Well, no, what it is, my farthest shot in that game is over 700 meters.
Wow.
That's because I have one of those scopes that I can zoom in all the way.
Oh wow. So
and there people think I'm cheating.
All right.
Like they will call me out. They're like, are you cheating? I'm like, no.
Yeah. Your mom says you got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
For what?
Probably garbage.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Not if I do the trash before I do it.
That's funny. Yeah. I never got into Call of Duty.
BS.
No, I never did. Call of Duty? No, I didn't.
Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. Me, Freddie, and David, and you.
I actually played it.
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
On the Xbox.
Oh yeah. Yeah. the old Call of Duties.
The ones that you could actually
play.
On,
right.
And no one cared.
That's right.
But now this one.
I know World of Warcraft. I don't play it. I haven't played. I haven't been on Xbox in a long time because that's what we That's what we play on. I have been getting on on Roblox Twisted, Twisted X, whatever they call it. Um, get on there and chase tornadoes on there. Kind of fun. Don't get it too high. That's good. That's plenty. No, don't spread it out. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. That's good. Thank you. Borderlands. I like Borderlands. Mm-hmm. Borderlands was fun.
And plus, me and I see he's one of the other guys that play with. He's like, Ryan, you need on because he's the one that watches my back as I'm taking off people.
Yeah, I my favorite game, actually my favorite game was Tomb Raider. I love Tomb Raider.
My favorite game
That is actually
was
probably
Black Ops
Mm-hmm.
because you guys just talk trash and don't hear.
Yep.
You know, this one.
I don't think I've played World of Warcraft. It costs money. I don't play it.
You have.
Have it? World of Warcraft? Really?
Well, you were on and off,
Yeah.
but then you just stopped.
Yeah, I like Tomb Raider. I still like to play it every now and then. I think the one game that we really enjoyed was Skylanders. We played Skylanders. Tammy and I have so many Skylanders. My gosh. You never played Skylanders. There are so many of those things out there. We've got 3 totes full of Skylanders. And now very cool. Yeah, Skylanders is actually kind of fun. It's it's a great little kids game. It's pretty easy to play and get wrapped up in. We haven't played it for ages. I really need to bust the Wii out and play Wii. I still have my Wii from way back in the day and still got games for it. And, good times. Good times. Yeah. Love my video games. I play video games on the phone. I got into some survival game that I downloaded, and it's a big time waster for the most part. But gotta love for downtime. Gotta have that downtime, and anytime you can play with friends and what have you, and get a good group of people and go shoot things. It's always fun. It's always fun. But yeah. Matter of fact, I saw a guy at work the other day had a T-shirt on Radio Shack TRS 80. I looked at him and I said, "Man, that's going back a few years because that was my first computer game. Was a Radio Shack TRS 80." And those of you that are in here are old enough to know about TRS 80s. I said I learned how to do DOS on that and actually created some of my own games. Kind of cool. Used to play. We're back. We're back. Yeah, guys, that fire got hot all of a sudden. It's kind of weird. I wasn't expecting it to be that hot. But it did. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, we're up to 27 likes. Whoop, whoop. Yay. We're back. Dungeons and Dragons, my son. Yep. A few years back. Yeah, I haven't played any of those games for a long time.
Yeah, that's 3 o'clock in the morning.
You get to sleep in. He just took the garbage out. And yeah, we're back. Yeah, darn phone. After the fire got warm, I'm quite surprised actually. Could have got that many. But yeah, we're gonna go as we're down to 31% on the phone anyways, so maybe I could plug it. I wonder if I plugged it in if it gets warm. See if I can extend it out just a little bit more. That's a problem with these doing these live fires is you can't have a big fire because it gets too hot. You got to have enough fire to keep it going. But it's all good. Welcome back, everybody. Phone overheated, nothing major. We've been there before. Um, it's going to do that with these live feeds. Can you smell the smoke? Hey, Doug, welcome in, buddy. Glad you could join us. Yeah, I know. Darn things. I got. Hang on just a second. I got something going on with Weatherbug sending me some stuff. What's going on? What is happening here? Oh, pollen alert. Yeah, no kidding. We're under a pollen alert. So 64 degrees out here. See what their 10-day looks like. So Thursday, chance of storm. Yeah, see, it's Thursday and Friday we got a 70% chance of storms. Um, I usually don't go by those apps because they actually underplay everything. Um, I go by. There's actually a thing you can download. It's called WX, um, and you can do your local thing, and it has all kinds. It's got the SPC and all kinds of fun things on it. Um, that's what I use. So Thursday, tomorrow night, we got a 20% chance of storms, and doubt that's going to happen. Um, Thursday, chance of rain showers before 10 a.m., then showers and thunderstorms likely, mostly cloudy with a high near 79, southeast winds at 0 to 5, chance of precipitation 7%. So it's going to rain Thursday night. That's what I say is I might just do a late stream, um, and I might do like a members only stream. I haven't really thought about that. Um, and then definitely on Friday, our highs are supposed to be 82. Showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy with high near 82, southwest wind, around 5, chance of precipitation 80%. Friday night, showers and thunderstorms likely before 7 p.m. and then a chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy. So yeah, we've got rain. We've got rain in the forecast all the way through Saturday night into Sunday is looking pretty promising. But this app that I have actually has photographs, local photographs, and tells me what's going on, storm reports for the day, what the SPC outlook looks like. You can go and click on it. It's kind of a cool deal. So let's see. This is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all the way up into Monday. Monday they've already got a what is it? 10%. Yeah, they've already got a 10% actually out for Nebraska, um, into Kansas and Oklahoma, Missouri. Looks like Iowa, Minnesota. So, you got a 15% already out. Big lemon out there in the plains. So the plains are waking up. That's like next week out that far. Probably pay attention to it. Definitely be paying attention to the weather as we get closer to the middle of May. And that, Marcy, Yeah, I think you'll be all right. But yeah, I mean, it's not really all that. And a box of chocolates. Nothing major for us. Probably a good lightning show if nothing else, which would be really cool because I'd really like to get some cool lightning bolts. Yeah, Jim, you're correct. They do need the rain. They deserve the rain. Well, hi, little girl. Come and give me some lovin's. I got Dusty in my lap again. Yes, you got to get her lovin's. She's like, it's bedtime, Dad. You're not in bed yet. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah. Sure will. I sure will, Marcy. I sure will. Yeah, I love to watch lightning storms. I mean, I just soon stream those as grab a tornado. I mean, tornadoes are awesome, and I get that, but not all storms. You don't need a tornado to be really cool and really wow. The wow factor. Um, yeah, I do see it. That's pretty cool. The things you see. Where are you going? What are you doing? Are you giving me a hug? Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. Oh. Okay, guys, you need to see this. Hang on. I know it's going to look weird. No, no. She just slid down. Never mind. Dusty just gave me a big old hug. She just climbed up on me. Um, yeah, yeah. It's a cool looking fire. Very cool looking fire. But yeah, see, you just never know what we're going to talk about. Talk about game plan, all of that fun stuff. Yeah, that's yeah. I remember that night. Yep, yep. Oh man, we were at the casino in about a week or two ago, and we had a huge lightning storm come up, and I mean it was booming so loud that you could hear it inside the casino over all the games, right? So what do? I had my we were actually gonna chase that night, or we were chasing somewhere or something, or we thought about it and we just said screw it, we're going to the casino. But anyway, we were at the casino and I had my iPhone with me, and I popped that sucker out and I grabbed it and I said I got to go outside. I'm going to shoot some pictures, and I actually got a really cool um, picture. Let me wonder if I could even show it to you. I think I posted it on yeah, 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 yeah. So I'm gonna show it to you. So if you're wondering, I'm gonna drop this in front. So give it a chance to. Oh, this is like really hard with the cat in my lap. Sorry, guys. I don't know. All right. So that was taken on my iPhone, guys. Um, you can see the lightning strike there. Isn't that just gorgeous? Um, that's on the iPhone with that app. Um, that was one. That was just oh my gosh, that was one of the most gorgeous lightning strikes I've had in a long time. And I may use that. That's actually would make a really good thumbnail. Thought I had another one in here. Oh yeah, here's another one. I'll show this one to you too. So here's another one. that I took with that same app right there. Oop, there it is. So, and that was actually here in Cabot. That was actually up where um, up at where Tammy works. But that's on the iPhone, and that's with that free app. Um, hey, Julie, welcome back. Um, so it does kind of pay to have an iPhone, and unfortunately that app is only for the iPhone. I found it through one of the other chasers that God, what's his name? Um, oh, he runs around with Reed, guy with the beard. I can't think of his name now, but he was like, "Yeah, I got this really cool, deal on, on, I think it was Stormfront Freaks. He was on it and talking about how he got this really cool lightning shot, and like, okay, I need to know what it is. It's called I think it's iCam 2.0 or something like that. Um, hang on just a second. Let me look it up because I want to say it's iCam. Gotta get out of this. Whoa. I think it's iCam. I think that's what it is. Let me look it up. No, it, it, it's only for the iPhone, and it may not show up because I don't have my iPhone out here. Um, hang on, guys. I'm trying to look it up. Yeah, it's not going to show it up on my Samsung here, on my Android, because it's only made for iPhone. Um, I will I will post it. I'll put it in there somewhere. I don't have my iPhone on me, um, but it's a really cool app. It's free. You can pay to get the upgrades, but you have to be. The thing is you have to be really still. Tripod works really good, or stationary. It'll tell you if you're moving around too much, because what it does is it shoots a 3-shot burst, and you can take a lot of pictures real quick. That night that I took that first picture that I showed you, I took over 300 pictures to get the one shot. Got the one really cool one. And let me tell you, I went back into the casino. I said, I got it. This was so cool. And everybody's like, what'd you get? I said, I got a lightning bolt. Y'all are sitting here losing money, man. I'm getting a money maker. And they all kind of laughed. I thought it was kind of funny. I said, yeah, I'm a weather guy, but it's pretty cool. It is a great app. If you've got an iPhone and you want to shoot lightning bolts, and you get some storms out, go get your tripod, get you a thing to hook your phone up, and all you got to do is set it up, turn it on, and let it do its thing. And like I said, you're going to shoot a couple hundred pictures during a storm, so make sure you have plenty of space on your camera to make that happen. And you download it and you can do it, whatever. But it's a really cool thing. What are you doing? Oh, there's the stormers. Hi, baby. Oh, what have you got going on in your neck? Hi, stormies. Hi, baby. Come on, get up here. Come on. Oh, the clouds are coming in. Eerie. Yeah, I like my Android. How, cat? What are you doing? Well, if you want up here, get up here. Come on. Jump. Jump. Get up here. Sorry, I'm being attacked by Stormy. Yes, I'm being attacked. He wants to play. Ow. Being a turd. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, get up here. Ow, cat. You want up here? Yeah. There. You're in my lap. Now what? Now what? Stormy's got to get his lovin's in. He's like, Dad, it's time for bed. You're not in bed. Why are you not in bed? What you got going on in there? Remember the dog been chewing on you? Yeah, fire's about gone. Fire's about done. Down. Yeah. You're being a rascal. Yes, you're being a rascals. Yeah, you're open. Nope. Go lay down. No, you can't come up here. Can't come up here. Yeah, no, not tons. I just had another one. I had Stormy. Decided to come and play with me a little bit. That's all it was. Oh man, that fire right there, that is really cool looking on the string. I mean, that really is cool looking. The guy on the right. Oh yeah, I see. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I do see it. Yeah. Yeah, it's dying. I'm I'm probably gonna let it go here in a little bit, just because it's almost 12:30. Bug me, everyone. Everybody, bug Marcy. That's what she just said. I don't know. Everybody, bug Marcy. Here, I'll bug Marcy. There. How's that? It gets everybody going. Yep. Ask Sparky first. He'll probably come up with some. What planet are you from? Uh-oh. Sparky's taking your side, Marcy. Huh. Yep. Yep. Alrighty, guys. Probably gonna hold on here a few more minutes. Give this thing a little bit more. Starting to get really cool out here. The fire is actually dying. And I know it. And it's all good. We've been on here almost 4 hours, believe it or not. Slumber party. Oh, yeah. I just wonder where all of the night owls are. I mean, the real night owls. I'll tell you. If I thought I could leave a stream going on a fire all night long, I would probably do it. The problem is after 12 hours it quits recording anything. So yeah, after dark. I mean, we had a few streams when last year that we were up till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Of course, it was a lot warmer than it is now. It is actually really cool here. Um, yeah, you finally figured out how to do it, huh? It's like 62 degrees out, and it's not humid at all. But the clouds are coming in. We got clouds. We got a little cloud cover. Nah, I don't want to. The thing is, Julie, with the black screen, it'll actually YouTube will turn it off. That's why you got to have some sort of light on a dark screen. That's why chasers always have their lights on, because it's got to have something to focus on, or it will shut itself off because it's not seeing anything. Yeah, the crickets are out. Crickets are definitely out. The cicadas haven't come out yet. They'll be out probably next month. I hear a couple of them every now and then, so they're on their way. Yes, Mr. Stormer. Yeah. So yeah, I do like the southern summers. They are very warm and very humid. Just nice. They can be atrocious though. It can be stifling down here. Yeah. Yep. Kind of winding down. Kind of winding down the stream. Getting really relaxed right now. Dogs are all sleeping. Rose is passed out. Rose is passed out over there. Roper's passed out somewhere around the fire. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, about 10 more minutes, and I think we're going to call it a night. 10 minutes, we'll be going 4 hours. So it'll be a good stream. It's been a good stream. Glad to have everybody here. Keep smashing that like and subscribe. We're up to 28 likes, which is amazing. It's awesome. Um, for no more than just chit chatting and shooting a bull and doing whatever. Um, these are always fun. I really would like to see more people in here, though. I think it would be great. Just, I think it would be better if I had another screen so you could actually see me while the fire's going. That might be a plus, but I can't do that on YouTube. I actually probably could do that on on stream if I were to go through Streamlabs. And I thought about doing Streamlabs tonight, but I chose not to. But it's all good. It's all good. So if you got anything else for me, go ahead and ask me a question. Whatever. We're gonna end the stream in about 8 minutes. We got about 8 minutes, and we're gonna end the stream. Just kind of go over what's going on for the week. I will be doing a couple of live streams on Thursday and Friday. Thursday night's stream will be after 10 o'clock my time. So it'll be a late night. Just where, if there's anything firing, lightning storms in the area, we'll run out of town and set up shop and we'll sit and watch lightning. Friday night, I will be streaming. I may stream a day stream for a few hours just so I can get some lightning strikes with the iPhone, and definitely we'll do a nighttime stream where you can see it a little bit better. Just depends on how the storms are rolling. If they tend to be more of a nighttime event, we'll do more of a nighttime. I may just throw a members only stream out there. So if you're a member, you'll be able to catch that. I am planning on doing the dollar membership. I think that would generate a lot more members just for that purpose. Um, you know, generate some excitement maybe. And that. So I'll probably be setting that up tomorrow. Um, so it doesn't break everybody's pocketbook. If you're already a member, it's not going to affect you at all. Um, so you're more than welcome at the end of your month subscription. If you want to jump down to the dollar, that's way cool with me. It doesn't matter. Um, every little bit helps. But if you're just joining us and you're watching and you're lurking back there, this is a fireside chat. This is what we do. Fireside chats are just open mic. We talk about whatever floats our boat. Some of them are kind of interesting, and we get into a lot of things. And like tonight, we got into barbecues. We talked about gaming. Uh, showed some pictures off. Um, just kind of however it flows, and however whatever happens in chat. I go off of what you guys go off of and feed off of that. And so that's where we're at. And that's what a fireside chat's all about, is to kind of give you a chance to unwind, especially after a big busy day. I usually try to do these on a Friday or a Saturday, weather permitting, and my job allows me to. Um, we'll do them probably more on this year, right around 8 o'clock. It's still daylight, so you see the daylight hours, and then it'll go into the darkness, um, in that. So that's kind of why I started it at 8:30, because it was really starting to get dark about then. As the summer progresses, it won't get dark here until like 9 o'clock, anyways. So you know that's why there's such. It seems late. It really is, but kind of got to go. Uh, got to go with what we got. So if you like the 8 o'clock time, I mean, it still will be daylight out. We still still do it, and it'll just eventually get dark, and you can see it. But got about 4 minutes left. But that's what fireside chats are about, is uh, just unwinding and talking about whatever you feel like. I mean, I know we've gotten into religion a few times. We've gotten sort of into politics. I'm not a very political guy, but I have my views. Um, Tonight was not one of those nights. I didn't feel like it. Um, talk about the headlines. We talk a lot about weather. Um, Keep in mind, I am doing a WeatherWise how-to on about the WeatherWise app, which is an app that a lot of chasers are starting to use. I use it. Tammy uses it. And I'm pretty familiar with it because it's a lot like Radar Omega. Actually, the same guy. This little nugget. The guy that wrote the script, um, the the computer lingo for Radar Omega, actually got away from Radar Omega, and they actually started WeatherWise, and it's a free app. I highly encourage everyone to download it on your phone. It's available on all platforms, including your laptop, your iPhone, and your Android, or your tablet, or whatever. And you can't mess it up. The more you know about it, the easier it is to operate. It gives you um, the radar. Obviously, you can get in and do radar. You can look at velocities. You can look at the correlation coefficient, and what those all mean. We'll go over all of that. You can look at the outlooks um, from day one all the way. I think it's up to day 8 on there. It gives you can do the mesoscale discussions. It'll give you the discussions. It'll give you all the warnings. Um, if you're traveling, it will automatically go to whatever radar you're closest to. Wherever you're located, you can do a locate me on there, so you know where you're going and what you're looking at in relationship to a storm. Um, so that you can buy special things for it. You can upgrade, by the pro, however they've got it set up, and do a little bit more with it. It's not necessary to do it. It gives you literally everything you need to know right there. It's very easy to use. It's a very easy app. Um, they've added a whole bunch of new things to it, to where you can actually search. Now you can actually search towns. So if somebody wants, what are you doing, son? What are you doing? Get up here. Come on, come on. Um, so you know it's all good. We're about done. We got about 20 more seconds. Thank you to my moderators who didn't actually mod tonight. They were actually just part of the chat. Thank you, Marcy D Man. Everybody that was here, thank you for supporting the channel. You guys are awesome. And we'll be doing this again very, very shortly. And on that note, I'm going to end the stream right here. We've gone 4 hours and a few seconds over. But thanks again for being here. Continue to support your local chasers and your chasers that you follow. Make sure to give them a thumbs up and a howdy. They really do appreciate it. We will be out again probably Thursday and Friday. And I think that's about it. Got anything for me? One last time. Going once, going twice. All right. On that note, I got a cat trying to climb up. Acts like he's cold. We will catch you on the next one. You guys have a great night. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting the channel. And thank you for tuning in. And we'll catch you on the next one. Have a great night. Bye bye.